It's time to get on up with Jam and Renee. And here's your hosts, James Arthur M. and Renee Culver.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome. You are here live with us on Backchannel, the only place where you can chat with your host live on your Echo device. You can listen to us. It's an amazing thing. And this is Get On Up. I am your breakfast jam for the morning, James Arthur M. And we have a very special guest co-host, Mackenzie Green, everybody. Hello, Mackenzie.
Hello, everybody. I am not Renee. Good to see you all.
Like, wait a minute. What happened? What did
Yeah,
she got a
in case people
tan?
tuned in and they were like, what happened? Renee, you can't have braids
What?
like that. Don't worry. You didn't do anything wrong.
Renee
I have a different purpose.
Renee very well could. She very well could. We are in such you're in such good luck today. Get it up. We've got Mackenzie Green. We're gonna jump on into it. Before we jump into the conversation, just let you know if you've never been here to Get On Up before, we are here every Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Pacific time, 8 a.m. Mountain time, 9 a.m. Central time, and 10 a.m. Eastern time. You gotta say all the different time zones because sometimes they'll get mad if they're like, hey, you didn't mention the Central Time, so I got you, Stacy. Central Time, 9 a.m. And then what we said at the very top of the show is interactive. We want to hear from you as we are chatting about all the various things that we're going to talk about. Get involved in the conversation. You just say is the magic word. If you're watching on your Alexa device, oops. I'm always afraid to say her name because she'll be like,
I was afraid for you. I was like, you're about to turn her on.
She's like, oh, what you want me to do? No. So Excella, we try to say her name backwards or whatnot. Yes. So anyways, or your computer, whatever you call it. Anyways, you just say is the magic word. And anything that you say after that, so be careful, will appear on the screen and we'll be like, oh, you're involved in the conversation. You're like, I'm just trying to order a pizza.
And next thing you know, you'll have a pair of TikTok leggings. Like I could say it, and now all of a sudden you got butt enhancing leggings, and you're upset. And I'm sorry, it's not my fault.
You gotta be careful. You've got to be careful. And here we go. We're going to just still waiting on the chat link, Sarah. I did not get it. So if you, I see exactly the problem that happened. I have so many, how the sausage is made. There are so many different technologies that I have running right now, and I did not set this computer up for success. So, all right, I'm gonna have to do this Renee style.
Ultimately.
We are the Jetsons. This will be fun because this is fun because only I have access to the chat. So this is going to be a fun
So you guys can just say whatever you want about me. Just send questions to James. Be like, why is her head so large? What's going on?
No, don't worry. I will relay all of the action to you. I'm going to relay all of it to you as I also try to troubleshoot my second computer to be able to have Wi-Fi. And you know what? I think technology is going to help me out. If you have Macs that talk to each other, I think that they can just talk to each other. I don't know. This isn't interesting for anybody watching me troubleshoot. All right, who do we have here in the audience? We've got Andrea from Florida. We've got Cody from Tennessee. We've got No Name. TNT. That seems like dynamite. We've got Daya Alexi from New Jersey. Stacy, our wonderful subscriber. We got Raymond, another subscriber. And we got Utopian Quagaga, and I do believe you probably came up with that name yourself. I do not think the name generator did that. Isabella, Sarah, and No Name.
I don't think so either. No.
That's not the depressed moose I'm used to. And if your name is by chance No Name, no worries. You can change your name. Just say is the magic word. And while I was doing that, I got my other laptop. It's got Wi-Fi. I've got the chat. We've got a show.
Technology, folks. Technology. This is what George Jetson wanted for all of us.
This is exactly it. Stacy we are in the future, sometimes we forget. Stacy's already said hello, Mackenzie, to you. Mackenzie, I'll relay the messages. We'll play a game of telephone.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
And Stacy mentioned I can't stay too long because she has her gathering at 10 o'clock on Wednesdays, so we got it. And I did not make Stacy's Echo mad. And she said that I have a nice shirt. It matches my face. I appreciate the compliments.
I love that. We love a good compliment on Wednesday morning.
let's get to know you a little bit today here.
Oh,
We'll
nice.
get to know you. Should we play a game of two? Should we do an impromptu two truths and a lie? Let's do a little two
Oh,
truths and a lie.
I love this game because people are always like, no. Okay. Let me
Yeah.
go through my brain real quick. Okay. I
Yes.
have competed against every member of the Phelps family except the children.
Ooh, okay. All right. That could
That's
be a
the
lie.
first
Could be the
one.
truth. All right, get on uppers. You got to help me figure out which one is going to be the lie.
I am a bassoonist that has played at Carnegie Hall,
Oh, okay. Okay. Bassoonist,
and
Carnegie Hall. Mm-hmm.
I have been featured in both Forbes and Fortune magazine.
Wow. These all sound like things that,
Because
because
you know
Mackenzie
I'm
is.
insane. Yes, because you know I'm insane. So any sound like it could be true.
She lives a Mr. Toad's wild ride of like fame and fortune and just like all these other things. Those aren't even the other ones that you mentioned. I'm surprised. Like you were also in like what Miss USA? You're a Miss USA competition, something like
That's why I
that.
said you have to
Yes.
figure out which one of these is
Oh
the lie.
God,
Because
dang it. Okay. All right. Here's what I know, everybody. Okay, Raymond is saying the second one is the lie. And what was the okay? So the first one was okay. Let's go
the
over these.
first
Get
one
on
is
uppers. I need your help.
I've competed against every member of the
All the
Phelps
Phelps.
family except the
Okay.
children.
Okay.
I am a
Okay.
trained bassoonist who has played at Carnegie Hall, and I
Okay.
have been in
Okay.
both Forbes and Fortune magazine.
I definitely think that you've been in Forbes and Fortune magazine, and if you've not been, I need to contact the editors immediately and get this done. Stacey is saying the first one is the lie, and then yeah, so Stacey's saying the first one is a lie. I'm gonna go Raymond, aka he used to be known as Mirror Man. I'm gonna go with Raymond that I think the second one is the lie. Maybe you play like the flute or something.
You
I know
and
you played the
Raymond
flute
are
at Carnegie
correct.
Hall.
I do play bassoon. I'm a classically trained bassoonist, but I have never played Carnegie Hall.
Ah, okay. All right. See, there it is. Ding, 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 ding.
The person that trained me has played in Carnegie Hall. So I was like, I'm just gonna steal my cousin David's
There it is.
truth.
See, it's smart game. Smart game. That's the way you do it. A
Yeah.
little bit there.
And
And we
then
got a good
off of your
morning from
question,
Tim. Yes. Mm-hmm.
morning, Tim. Well, so when you said the thing about Miss USA, so my Miss California at Miss USA is Nicole Phelps. When I swam, one of my training mates was Michael Phelps. I'm a former
Uh-huh.
junior Olympian and all that stuff for folks. And then the Forbes and Fortune thing is when I went to business school. I got featured in it because I guess pageant girl affirmative action is a thing. And so Columbia submitted my name when they were talking about their new entrance and people graduating.
We'll take it. We'll take it. We love it any way that we can. And it's funny that you mentioned that about the affirmative action. We'll talk about this later because things are being stricken down by the Supreme
Yeah.
Court left and right. And like there is a case of affirmative action that the Supreme Court will be seeing and they will be getting rid of it because that's what they do. But we'll get
Oh,
to
yeah.
that. We'll get to all of that. All right, let's see
Oh, yeah.
what is in store for today. So everybody, we are going to do our jam of the day. It's our Wednesday Humpty Hump Day. What theme songs are kicking us off today? We're gonna play Stacy's favorite game and everyone's favorite game, Celebrity Birthday Quiz. We're gonna do a celebrity birthday quiz as well. We're gonna play Who, What, Where Wednesday, where Mackenzie is gonna help us understand what just happened at the Met Gala. Who was interesting? Sarah has pulled some photos. What is the Met Gala? I feel like I just learned about it maybe a couple of years ago, thanks to maybe
Yeah,
Ocean's
it's a
8.
weird. Yeah.
So this thing that's been going on this entire time, I had no idea. And it's also Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. So we're going to cover today. We're highlighting Tammy Duckworth. So we'll learn a little bit about her, celebrate her. We're going to take a look at the news. We're going to play Wildin' or Working It News Edition. Or also, I think I found some scenarios of just like, what was this person doing? Were they wildin' or working it? You get on uppers will help us decide. And then we will play Jam You Lying Star Wars Edition because today is May the 4th be with you. I should have opened with that today. And I'm
Yeah, you
sure
should have.
everyone is upset. I can't do it now. 10 minutes into the show, I'm like, oh, May the 4th be with
Yeah.
you because I see it on my script. I'm a monster. And then at the very end, we'll close out with what are you watching? That is the show. Get on uppers. And again, thank you to everybody who's been chiming in. Stacy, Tim, Raymond, love it. And for those of you who want to get into the conversation, looking at you, Utopian, qua ga ga. I want to hear what you have to say. You just say is the magic word, and then we'll hear it all. We'll hear it all. All right. First question of the day to everybody. What is your morning jam? What is your theme song? Maybe it's the song that is defining your week. Maybe it is the thing that was just stuck in your head this morning. What is your song? You just say, and then you can put it there in the chat. Mackenzie, do you have a jam of the day?
Oh my gosh. I feel like my jam right now is very depressing but sweet. There's like a TikTok artist that came up with a song called Sad Little Bug. And it's like a song where it's like you're hanging on by a thread, but you can't let go. Like it's like it's like a cute little pop song about just being like a little teeny tiny depressed. And like I don't know why that song cracks me up. And then if I'm really trying to like wake myself up for the morning, this is awful and I'm probably going to get like hate mail for it, but Macklemore's Can't Hold Us. If I want to like wake myself up for some reason, that like when he's like, all right, okay, like that just, I don't know, it just makes me so happy.
Oh man, that is such a challenge because that is such a good bop. And then we realized it was in this time, it was like Iggy Azalea, Macklemore, and it was like,
Yeah,
oh wait, the way that they're co-opting hip hop and then not talking about the black people being murdered in the street by the police, like we had to let him go.
It was a rough situation.
It's such a good song. There's that
It
dun
is.
dun dun dun, like there's like that piano.
Yeah, like the
back.
horns and like dun 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 dun, and then when that guy goes, I love that song. Love it.
It is
love
so
much.
good. I get on uppers. What is your song? Let's see. Stacy, why not Me by the Judds is the jam of this week. Oh, that is so good because
That is really sweet.
We lost one of the Judds this week. Oh,
Yes.
No, we should have done an entire thing of like our favorite Judd songs.
That is definitely sweet Hollywood and country music royalty for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that my jam of the day, always forget that we're doing this segment. And then sometimes I'll have it prepared. I'm like, here are the lyrics I will be singing, but that is not today. I think Eye of the Tiger is my theme song currently.
Okay.
I was trying to think of like, what is a song that's like, yeah, you trained for something and you crushed it and you did it. Cause that's just kind of, I'm still riding on a high. I'm going to be talking about it for the rest of this week, so get ready. But just doing the red carpet this week for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It was,
your jam should be the WandaVision theme song. You should just be like, WandaVision.
It just felt really good I mean, it was one of those things like I think we've all been there before, or Get on Uppers curious if you ever had a situation where there was a lot of pressure and there was a lot of work to be done and you wanted to quit so many times. Maybe you even cried, but you kept going. And then you got to the other end and you were so glad that you kept going. It wasn't necessarily like my wanting to stop wasn't necessarily for the red carpet, but I just had so many things that I was balancing at one time. And it just seemed impossible. But the only way out is through has been like this motto that has been in my head. Sometimes like when you're in the middle of the tunnel, you can't see the light, but you have to just keep going. You just have that faith that you'll pull through.
Yeah. It's always, I think like that's always the funny part is like when you're in it, you're like, oh, I'm not ready for this. I'm not prepared. Like, what am I thinking? And then when you kind of like, when you step back again, like God bless my grandmother, her favorite gospel hymn was like, when my soul sits back and like when you stop for a second and you turn around and you're like, was that was me. And then you're kind of like, and then that's when it's like hitting you days later. And that's like the same thing. It's like, you can't help but talk about it for days after it's over because you're like, I am just now realizing that I was yet again on a marble carpet, like talking to these people about stuff I really like. And like,
Yeah.
I know what happens in the multiverse. Like Elizabeth and Olsen and I kikied about Wanda killing people. Like, we love it here.
Yeah, no, so true. I think that's the one thing that is like doing these Marvel red carpets. I think one of the fun, it's things that I like you said I know and I care about. You know, I feel
Yeah.
so bad for like any of the other like. Well, first of all, like what's nice is we're not on the line like being like Elizabeth, Elizabeth, please come and talk to us. Like
Exactly.
they
Being like,
come
please, please, please,
over
please,
to
please. Yeah.
yeah, and then they're like, talk to us about your twin sisters, and she's like, I'm gone. Like we're not like there's no gotcha questions. There's
Yeah.
no like
There's no
we're
like,
not
there's
trying.
really like not even the what are you wearing? It's really like,
No.
let's talk about this project that you
Yes.
love.
Yes. We're gonna nerd out about this like so deeply. And so it's the one of the best conversations I have, which is also so wild. Sometimes like their publicist will like we're like, oh, we're in a Tide commercial right now. And they're like, what we've got to keep going. It's like it's gotta be over in 2 minutes. And you want to
Yeah.
go talk to TMZ, like that's where you want to rush Benedict Wong over to. Like that's what you're doing. So but yeah, it's like it's I just feel so fortunate and so grateful. So anyways, I had a tiger. That's been my theme. That's my jam. All right. Oh, this is going to be interesting, actually. Maybe we should have, because you're not, Sarah, we have to rework how we're going to do celebrity birthdays because you
Oh
can't see
no.
the chat. And so you would really just
No.
be all by yourself. Okay, Mackenzie, here's what we're going to do.
Okay.
You are going to be the celebrity. You're going to quiz me on the celebrity birthdays. So there is a doc here.
Oh my
So we're
gosh.
gonna walk you
Oh
through
my
this. If like I'm
goodness.
helping you to cut the wire. I told
Okay,
Mackenzie all
guys.
you do is just show
Okay,
up.
guys, we
It'll
can
be
do this.
fine.
We can do this
All
together,
right.
everybody.
So where it says celebrity birthday quiz, if you click on that, hopefully you'll have
Okay.
access to that
I
doc.
do.
And then
I do.
where if you can click on over to the May tab, and we
Okay.
left somewhere off on May 3rd. We'll start off with Bobby Cannavale. Yes. And
Okay.
I'm in the sheet, but I can't see the answers or the questions. So no worries. All right. Mackenzie Green is gonna be our quiz queen. And you're gonna scroll over to the far right of it and you'll ask us questions. So how somebody's birthday quiz is gonna work. Mackenzie Green is gonna ask us questions about who was born. She'll tell us what age they are, when they were born. We're gonna try to get through May 3rd, and we'll get to today because we're a little bit
Oh
behind.
gosh.
And then get on
I'm so
uppers.
scared.
I'm gonna need your help to figure out what the answer is for the question that Mackenzie will ask us. So there it is.
Okay.
You have the
Okay.
keys to the castle. You'll be quizzing us
I'm so
today.
nervous. Guys, I'm very nervous. Oh my god. Oh god. Okay, so you guys already know Bobby Cannavale, so I'm going to the next person so that you don't guess it. Okay.
Oh wait, no. Okay, so sorry.
Oh,
So there's actually a quiz question about
I'm
Bobby
messing up,
Cannavale.
guys.
If you no, you're doing great. You're doing great. We
Ugh,
don't have rehearsal
I'm
for this morning
stressed.
show. You don't get this on the Today Show. All right.
Okay.
So if
Okay.
you scroll on over to further in the like column F, there'll be an actual
Okay,
question.
I got it. I got
There
it.
it is.
I get it now. Okay. Was on this iconic 90s show with Deborah Messing, Sean Hayes, and Eric McCormick.
Okay. All right, everybody. Get on uppers. I'll need your help. Bobby Cannavale was on what iconic 90s show with Deborah Messing, Sean Hayes, Eric McCormack? Get on uppers. Any guesses? I think I have an idea. I think it was on NBC. Oh, there it is. Tim is always right. Coming in hot. Will and Grace. We're going to go with Will and
Boom.
Grace. Was it Will and Grace? Ding, ding, ding,
Yes,
ding,
it
ding, ding,
was
ding.
Will and Grace.
Do we have any Will and Grace fans? I watched a few episodes. I've seen some.
I mean, I don't even know if I was allowed to watch Will and Grace. Not because my parents were like weird religious fundamentalists, but I think I was just too young to be watching TV that late. I think they were like, go to sleep. And I was like, okay, I'm going to sleep.
So good. Awesome. Look, Mackenzie, you're crushing it. You
Oh my God,
did
I
the
did it.
first one perfectly.
I did
Yay,
it.
yay, yay,
Oh my
yay.
gosh, this is a terrifying game. Next person.
All right, here we go. Our next one. All right.
All right, I like this one. Okay. Was on this TV show about being psychic.
Ooh.
One of my personal favorite shows.
What can you also remind us? What is his name
His
and
name
how old
is
is he?
Dule Hill. It's Dule Hill. He's 46. You know him from, I think, The West Wing. He's good friends with Gabrielle Union. When I worked at BET, he did a takeover for us on social media when nobody could leave their homes.
Oh,
Like,
mm-hmm.
he's got a really cute
Getting it.
wife. He's on the show with
Okay.
John David Washington. All right,
All
there you go.
right. Yep, Raymond's got it, and Tim got it. Tim said that would be psych, and Raymond said
Yes.
psych as well. Good job, get on uppers. We were crushing it today, 2 for 2. Yay, yay, yay. All right, and Mackenzie doing a
Boom.
great job
Yes.
asking these questions that I never told you that you were gonna have to drive this part of the ship, but you're doing great. We love it.
I do what I can.
All right.
Oh, this is a good one. All right. Christina Hendricks. She is 46. That is impossible. And that also makes me feel very old. Her character in this show never gave her real name.
Wow. I honestly, y'all, I will need your help. I don't know who
Yes,
this woman
because I
is. Sorry
would.
to this
I was about to
woman.
say sorry to this
Sorry
woman.
to this
I
woman.
was
She could be walking down the street and
walking
I
down the
wouldn't know who
street.
she.
I wouldn't
I
know a
just lo-
thing. I
I
hope I don't
love that.
sound ridiculous.
I love that Kiki Palmer has usurped. I don't know her. She has taken the crown from Mariah Carey, and it is now.
I
Sorry
mean,
to this woman. Sorry to this
I
man.
thought nothing would ever top I don't know her, but I'm sorry to this man. It's like the best thing I've ever heard.
Oh no, Tim is stumped. Tim just said, "Uh-oh, I'm stumped." Oh man. What was the thing? I literally blanked out when you said her name. And she I was like, I don't know her. I was like, oh, never seen this one before. She was at Ralph's earlier today. Okay, you said that her name was never revealed or her age was never revealed.
Her name is Christina Hendricks, and her character on this show never gave her real name.
Christina Hendricks. Oh, was she
I know
is
you
she in
know who this
Battlestar
is.
Galactica?
No! No! You
She
know
was
her
in-
from Mad Men. That's the place where you know her from.
Oh no, I don't, because I've never seen a single episode because it was one of those
You know,
shows that
I haven't either. I've never
my ex
either.
was obsessed with it, and it's one of those shows that when your ex likes something and you just don't like it, So, okay, even Stacey is like, what is she?
Okay. The show is
Give us the
Firefly.
answer.
Guys, this is out of my nerd field of vision.
Wait,
Because I never watched Firefly.
I watched Firefly. Who was she in Firefly?
Like I know. I just said I don't watch the show.
Oh my god, wait, Christina Hendricks was in Firefly? Was she
Apparently, shocking.
Okay, all right. All right, give us the next one as I do a little Google refresher for myself.
Listen,
All right.
I won't stop you. I'll let you do a Google
All
refresher.
right. What do we got next? All right, Christina Hendricks. All right, yeah, I'm sorry. I'll talk about this out loud. All right, who do we got? Oh, okay. Give me who's she?
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. Sorry to this woman. I don't know who this is. I hope I don't sound ridiculous.
Oh man,
I don't know
Sarah,
who this woman
you're
is.
helping us out today.
I saw this woman walk down the street. I would know who this was.
What know who she is?
Like I'm looking at a list of
Oh.
names and people are probably screaming, and I'm like, she could be Marsha Stephanie Blake. She could. That
Oh,
sounds like the correct name, but she could not be.
she
Or
could
she could
not
be.
mean.
She's definitely not that person. Is she
Okay,
Jackie Jackson? No, you're not Jackie Jackson.
okay, in everyone's defense who did watch Firefly, she was in 2 episodes. So I think 2 out of 13. So I think we're okay for not knowing who she is. Christina Hendricks. All right. Cute headshot. Oh, Mad Men.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, anyways, all right. Here we go. All right. What's the question about this lady?
I don't know, because I don't know it. Sarah, you got to send me a clue, because you got to tell me who it is. I don't know who that is. I lost. What does it say?
Is her
I
name?
can't read
Oh,
the graph.
if you scroll over to column A, Jackie Jackson, is that who this is? No. Oh,
There
you
is
don't know.
ain't no
who
way.
You can't.
Ain't no way.
I understand. So Mackenzie's having difficult. Let's just go to the next. Just go to the next one.
Guys, this show, I got on this show and it has descended into chaos. It is awful now. Oh my God. Sorry to everybody here.
But you know what, Mackenzie?
Okay, there we go. This is awful.
You
I'm
know.
like, who's this black lady? So this is Anna Gasteyer.
And I have to
She's
say, Sarah does such
55.
a great job of making sure that we have diversity in our birthdays. And so
She
she was
really,
like, oh, here we
Sarah
go.
got so diverse that I truly was like, what in the Tyler Perry? So this is Anna Gasteyer. She's 55. She's actually a really good singer. I saw her do a performance at a small theater in DC. She was on an
Oh.
SNL sketch based on this famous radio network.
Oh, where's our SNL fans? Tim, I feel like you are a big SNLer. Raymond, I didn't really watch during her era and time. Like, I know. I didn't really start getting
Don't
into
worry
SNL
though.
until like 2012 was when I was really
Okay.
jumping into it.
Okay.
Ooh, Tim. Tim is always right. Tim's got it. NPR, National Public
Yeah.
Radio.
Yes.
Awesome. Yay, we
Yeah.
got it. Ding, 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 ding. As Stacey would say, we done did the dang thing.
We did it. We did it. All right. Now I know who this is. My mom is going to kill me that I said, okay, so this is Jackie Jackson. I can't believe I said that earlier. My mother would kill me. She loves Randy and Jackie. This is Jackie Jackson, 71, portrayed by this actor in An American Dream, aka the greatest musical anthology that truly walked before the New Edition docuseries could run.
He was played by who? That we're looking for who he was played by?
Yeah, who was he played by? Who was he
In
played by
what?
in that 18? The American Dream series. It runs
Oh,
every
yes.
Black History Month on VH1 and it's 78 parts.
Oh my God. I remember. So there's an American. Yeah. So it's like based on the Jackson 5 and like how they came to
Yes.
be. And I will never forget because it used to come on before it made its way to VH1. I think it originally aired on, it was either NBC or ABC. And it was a two-part. I mean, it's long. And it was like a
It's long.
two-part. And it's like a two-part 4-hour night. So it would go from like
It gives Roots a run for its money. It is so long.
To the point, but then it covers the Jackson story. I know Stacey's like, come on, Jam, you can get this. Raymond's got a guess in here. Raymond said Joe Jackson.
No, Raymond. He wasn't portrayed by his own father. I'm sorry, Raymond. I don't know you. I hope that didn't sound mean. I'm sorry.
I actually really love it because it was like there was such love behind it. No, Raymond. Raymond, we love you. It was a great guess. Raymond, I also don't know. I'm stalling for time. I'm stalling until Tim can hopefully go into Tim's Rolodex of mind and be like, oh, here it is.
Yeah.
And welcome to people who are just Raymond just said, I don't care. That's why we love you, Raymond. Like,
okay, thanks. Appreciate
it. For those of you who just joined, we were playing Celebrity Birthday Quiz, and Mackenzie's got some stumpers here. But has anybody seen this movie, The American Dream? I know Mackenzie has. Get on Uppers. Have you seen this? Like everyone and their mom is in this. Like Vanessa Williams is in it. Holly Robinson Pete is in it. And
I can give you an actor clue. It was a sound on TikTok for a while. I gotta put me first.
Mackenzie, I do not own a TikTok, so
my God,
I know
this show is impossible.
We are really putting you through the ringer. I don't know TikTok. At the last minute, I made you run Celebrity Birthday Quiz.
Yeah,
it is just. I told you, I'll just show up. It'll be fine. Oh, yeah. By the way,
it's gonna be easy. He says you don't have to do anything. He says.
Okay, Raymond, I have to repeat what you're saying because Mackenzie can't see the chat today. We're working on it. Backchannel is working on it for when Mackenzie's on here for Friday. Raymond says, was he Michael Jackson?
No, I said it was Jackie Jackson. I'm sorry,
Raymond.
I'm sorry I keep yelling at you, Raymond. We've just met and I'm being so rude.
It's only because you can't. If you could, when you see the chat, it'll be different. Raymond said it's been a while since he's seen the movie, so it's not Raymond's fault. Okay. It's been a while. Okay. All right, who did it? Who played? Was it Little Nas X?
He's not even born yet. Jackie Jackson was portrayed by Terrence Howard. I was trying to give the Taraji P. Henson like her yelling at Lucius in Empire sound.
Oh dang! I didn't realize that. That's huge.
Yeah.
Little
I know, right? It's like,
War
huh.
Machine 1. Yeah,
I
the first
know.
War
War,
Machine. Yeah.
God bless him.
All right.
What a time.
Who who's up next?
Oh my goodness. This is a scary game, guys. This is a...
Should we do Kimora Lee?
Oh,
There we
this
go.
okay.
Kimora
I
Lee
can't. Okay,
Simmons.
so this is my favorite. First part. Everybody thinks I look like her. Nobody said that. Nobody said that since college. Kimora Lee
No, it
Simmons is
isn't.
47 today. I cannot believe I love her so much. She has an iconic book. At the age of 13, she modeled for this iconic luxury brand.
Oh, and then also I just want to pause in the action. Tim also didn't know that Terrence Howard was up in that movie playing Jackie Jackson. What, he had like one line? He had like one line.
I
He
didn't
was like,
either.
"I'm here
The only
too."
probably nobody cares about Jackie. Yeah, nobody
I
cares about
know,
Jackie.
he's the last one. Like, yeah, no. Well, he's the second to the last one. Oh, Janet stole his sunshine. She was like, "I'll be the most
Yep.
famous." Um, so Kimora Lee Simmons. What was the question about her? I forgot.
She modeled for what iconic fashion house at 13? And in her book, she
Okay,
talks about how she's pretty sure she broke labor laws doing it.
dang. Okay, y'all. Iconic fashion house. Ooh, Raymond has a guess. We're not locking it in. We're brainstorming.
Okay,
Raymond
okay,
has a
okay, okay.
solid guess, but coming in hot with Gucci is what Raymond said. And
Raymond, I
I
love you
see.
so much, but that's incorrect. I
Wait,
can't see
well,
you,
we're
Raymond, but I
not
look
locking.
forward to meeting you on Friday.
We're not locking in our answers. We were
Okay,
just
okay, okay, okay,
brainstorming.
okay, okay,
But
okay.
Raymond, it is a good guess. I mean, let's go over what some of the other famous fashion houses are. Versace. There's that one. There's Versace. Calvin Klein. Is that a famous
That is
fashion
not a
house?
famous fashion. That is okay. I will. You know what? I will restrict it to it as a foreign atelier fashion house.
Okay, Tim is. We're still brainstorming. We're still brainstorming. Tim says Dior. We're just brainstorming out loud and
Okay,
looking at your
brainstorming.
reactions and
Okay.
testing your reactions as we do
Okay.
this. I feel like Mackenzie will not be returning on Friday. We're just like stomping over all the things that she loves. I came in with Calvin Klein. You're like, no. That's what my suit was. I had Calvin Klein suit and shoes, and apparently it's not fashion enough.
I mean, it's
Is
fashion,
it?
but it's American fashion.
Oh, can we just go with Dior? That's the. Oh, what about Oshkosh Bagosh? That's from Tim. Tim
I
said
actually
Osh.
really love that answer. I love that answer so much.
Tim is
You
so
know what the
funny
funny
because
thing is the way you started the syllable. I thought you were about to be like, Tim said Oscar de la Renta. And I was like, wow, okay, Tim. All right, Tim. Come through, Tim. And then when you were like, Oshkosh Bagosh, I was like, wait.
Tim is so funny because we did do this is so wild, and this is how wild the show gets. We did a deep dive into Oshkosh Bagosh last week, and so Tim is a
I'm sorry,
comedic
James makes y'all
genius
do this kind of
doing.
stuff.
Well, we did a hit. It was, you know what it was? It was National Jeans Day, and we did a deep dive into Levi's, who created the jean and the history behind it, and then we did a little bit of Oshkosh Bagosh. So there we
While
go.
you
Is it
guys still
Oshkosh Bagosh?
deliberate, no. While you guys deliberate, I'm going to tell you my favorite insult compliment I ever got. I'm apologizing now. I'm going to have to use a moment of foul language. But there was a guy back in the day in college. I auditioned for Top Model. And as I was walking through the lobby, like to go to this holding room for like a next round of interviews, this guy stood up and goes, "Ain't that the bitch that makes the baby fat jeans?" And I turned around and I went, "Oh my God, thank you so much. You think I look like Kimora Lee Simmons?" Oh my God.
Uh,
It was very humbling. I loved it. I've never been so complimented in my life.
Oh, yes, you are just as gorgeous, and you should be making some jeans. All right. Looks like
You want
we
me to
don't
tell
have
you?
an answer.
All
Yes, we
right.
don't have an answer.
She modeled for Monsieur Lagerfeld for the House of Chanel.
Oh my God. Oh, Chanel. Okay, that's a word I
Mhm.
know. All right. All right. Let's say we do one or two more. Who are some of our May the 4th be with ya birthdays?
I
What's
was
that?
hoping we got this one. This was my would have been husband if things had turned out differently. This is Lance Bass, 43 years old. His assistant went on this show to impersonate him in hopes of winning $100,000.
Finally, something I
Finally.
know. Gosh, we're back to some just like straight up basic pop
Yeah.
culture news
Pop
things.
culture.
That's all we want. Okay, get on uppers. What do we think? This was on Netflix, I believe. Let's
Mm-hmm.
see. Raymond knows it. Raymond coming in hot. It was The Circle. His
Ding, ding,
assistant was
ding.
pretending him to be hand on the circle. There it is. We done got it. Oh,
Boom.
Rand's bad. Lance bad. All right, maybe we have time for one
One more.
more. There it
All
is.
right.
All
Okay.
right.
There is no way this one. Okay. Apparently, Ruth Nega is 41. Ain't no way. Uh, she played two roles in this Shakespeare play named after the title of the play itself. And when I
Is
looked
it
at the answer, I was like, I'm not smart enough for this. And I took AP English.
is a Shakespeare play?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's currently the one that she's currently doing on the West End, and it's completely cursed because everyone keeps getting COVID and they keep having to shut down. Is it currently running? Raymond asked you to repeat the
No.
question. It's not
Okay.
currently
So
running.
I'm sorry, Raymond. She played two roles on this Shakespeare play named after the title of the play itself.
Dang. Well, she's very talented in them because she's currently in a Shakespeare play.
Yes,
She's in Macbeth with
which is cursed.
what's his face, Daniel Craig. They're in this
Okay.
together, and they
Makes
had to
sense.
keep pushing back the opening because everyone kept getting COVID. Yeah, Raymond, I
Because
went
they
with
keep
Macbeth
saying the
as
name of
well,
the
but
play on stage.
apparently, yes, we've been warned. I would have said Macbeth as well, Raymond, but I think that's not the correct answer because it's currently running, and Mackenzie gave us that hint that it's not
It's
currently
not
running.
currently running. Yeah.
Tim, we're just workshopping and testing your reactions. Tim said Romeo and Juliet, but we're still
How would she kiss
workshopping.
herself?
Okay. She kisses herself in the play? That's what
Well, no,
happens?
I said
Okay.
no because you said two parts, and then when you said Romeo and Juliet, I was like, yeah, but that would involve her kissing herself. So how would she do that?
Mm. Oh, she plays two parts within. I don't know. Maybe she was the nurse in Benvolio or something. Um, what about? I'm gonna lock this in. I think me. Raymond said the Taming of the Shrew. Taming of the Shrew.
I wish. No,
Was
I
she
wish.
the?
I love Taming of the Shrew.
What about Much Ado About Nothing? I'm just gonna go
Are we just
through.
naming Shakespearean comedies now? Because those are my favorite.
Okay, I think we give up. What was she
Midsummer
doing?
Night's Dream.
Oh,
She played No, she played Ophelia in Hamlet.
Okay.
In
All right.
Hamlet.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, good for her. Good for her.
I
She did
know.
the dang
Love
thing.
that for her. Love that.
All right. Well, that was our celebrity birthdays for the day. Snaps all around for Mackenzie for taking the reins of that. You did it so well. No notes. Excellently done.
I did it.
All right, cool. We're gonna switch on gears over to let's do our Asian Pacific American heritage moment there, and I am looking for it here in the doc. There it is. Okay. All right. So today we are gonna celebrate Tammy Duckworth. So everybody, you know, today is Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. So Tammy Duckworth. We're celebrating folks from the Asian Pacific. I mean, that was a lot of people. They got crammed into 1 month because it's all of Asia. So it's even South Asia as well, and all of the Pacific Islands. So here it is. We've got Tammy Duckworth, who was born Lotta Tammy Duckworth on March 12th, 1968, was born in Bangkok, Thailand, is an American politician. We all know her, love her, retired National Guard Lieutenant Colonel, and serving as the junior state senator from Illinois since 2017. Hopefully, she's gonna make a run for president one day. I think she's dope. Army vet. She's a member of the Democratic Party. She represents Illinois' 8th congressional district in the United States House of Representatives. She's been doing that from 2013 to 2017. She was educated at the University of Hawaii at Manoa and George Washington University. She's a combat veteran of the Iraq War. She served as a U.S. Army helicopter pilot, which is just like amazing. But in 2004, her helicopter was hit by a rocket propelled grenade fired by Iraqi insurgents. She lost both her legs and some mobility in her right arm. But like, what a warrior. She's already over there fighting helicopters, fights to survive, and then she's like, "All right, I love my country so much. I'm about to like, go help out in the ways that I can." She was the first female double amputee from the war, but despite her injuries, she sought and attained a medical waiver that allowed her to continue serving in the Illinois Army National Guard. I mean, come on, this woman, and she retired as a lieutenant colonel in 2014. She ran unsuccessfully for a seat in the United States House of Representatives in 2006, then served as director of the Illinois Department of Veteran Affairs from 2006 to 2009, and then as an assistant secretary for public and intergovernmental affairs at the United States Department of Veterans Affairs from 2009 to 2011. So, what I love about this is so inspiring. Tammy Duckworth was like, I'm not going to let any of this stop me. Let me just keep on going about doing what I need to do. She wants to make an impact and she's doing it. And then in 2012, she was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. So again, if first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again, which Tammy Duckworth is just living example of like doing that. And in 2012, she was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. She served 2 terms, and then she was elected to the Senate in 2016. And she defeated Mark Kirk, who was the incumbent. And she is the first Thai American woman who's been elected to Congress, the first person born in Thailand elected to Congress, and the first woman with a disability elected to Congress, and the first female double amputee in the Senate, and the first senator to give birth while in office. So really amazing. She is the second of 3 Asian American women to serve in the U.S. Senate. We want to get those numbers up after Mazi Hirono and Kamala Harris. I didn't know about Mazi Hirono. Sarah, can we make a note? I'd love to
Yeah,
know more
that would be a
about
great
Mazi
one.
Hirono. I don't know her. Yeah. And I don't mean like I don't know her like in a sassy Jennifer Lopez way. I mean in a LeVar Burton,
Yeah,
I want to get some
learning.
more information.
Exactly.
Oh, Stacy, do you have to run? Stacy says I will be in big trouble if I don't get out of here and get to my gathering. Stacy, thank you so much for hanging out with us today, and we'll definitely we'll see you tomorrow. So there it is. But we're still gonna hang out here. The show's not over just
Yeah,
because
we're
Stacy's
hanging.
leaving. We'll keep on going. All right, I think we must turn it over to our fashion correspondent, Mackenzie Green. Sarah's got some. Sarah's got some. Um, Sarah's got some photos from the Met Gala. And
Yes.
Mackenzie, tell us your history with the Met Gala.
So, I have like a couple things and worlds in which I love fashion and the world around it. So I have a lovely mother who was a couture fit model. So I've known a lot about the inner workings and process that goes into ateliers and into kind of the world and artistry of fashion. I'm currently the vice president of social media for Who What Wear, which is how we got the name for today's segment, a digital fashion publication. And also, I'm just a lover of style and fashion. So, just for some context for people like James, and then for some of y'all who are like, what the heck is the Met Gala? The Met Gala is ultimately a massive fundraiser that is put on by the Metropolitan Museum for the Costume Institute Gala at the Met Museum in New York. Kind of fairly early into Annie Wintour's tenure as the editor in chief, she really made this like go from just kind of a drop your money and go fundraiser to a really big hot ticket item. A little bit of context for y'all that I always find really funny. Anna both approves the clothing that you wear and the guests. So even if you are Jeff
Oh.
Bezos and you have millions of dollars and you could buy an entire table, if Anna Wintour decides that you are not allowed to attend, you cannot attend. So pretty much everybody that you see that's attended, Anna has checked their clothes. So if you're ever wondering why somebody looks like a hot mess, because Anna let them show up like that. But yeah, and so the theme this year, every year there's a different theme. different historic themes. So this year was the Gilded Age, which is kind of a period in American history from 1870 to 1900. For those of you that watch the HBO show, you know what it is. But really, it's kind of this period of time when industrialization and labor and immigration kind of really swelled. There were minimal government regulations, and the upper class was getting kind of this insanely opulent wealth very, very quickly for everything they were doing. So yeah, so it was a really wild theme. And kind of we're kicking it off with Lizzo. I personally think Lizzo was so on theme. I think it is incredible and fantastic that different bodies are finally making it onto the Met red carpet. I thought Lizzo's look was great because she had the long line corset. She had this very industrialized look. And I thought she just was actually on theme. And then she bought her flute, and a lot of people, again, very nerdy, trained bassoonist.
Mm.
People were like, "Oh, she was just playing scales," because I think E was like, "Can you play us something?" She was actually playing one of the flute portions of a movement from Stravinsky's Firebird. So y'all can just shut up. Lizzo knows what she's doing. So yes, I thought Lizzo
What
was tens across the board.
I just think it's so interesting how people like always just got something to say, you know? She looked
Always,
great. She
people
bring her
love.
flute. Can y'all play the flute? Like I can't play the
I'm just
flute.
always
I can
like,
even do the
I'm
scales.
just. Oh yes, and her nails. Thank you so much, Sarah. Her nails were
Sarah.
fantastic. Here's the funny thing to me that's happening now at the Met, because like a lot more people of color are starting to attend the Met Ball. It's funny to watch now, like ornate nails and baby hairstyling and all this stuff starts seeping its way into everybody else's look. So like shout outs to Lizzo,
Ooh,
always killing it.
even Tim chimed in to said Tim said Lizzo did look amazing. So Tim's right there. This is an amazing look. So would you say like Lizzo won the Met Gala? Is there like a
I
winner?
would put Lizzo, like Lizzo was definitely in my top 5 for sure. Like I
Mhm.
lived for Lizzo's look. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. All
So
right. Ooh,
SJP's look. So
SJP.
I'm gonna get some of the names wrong because I don't have them in front of me. And full disclosure, y'all, Sarah told me she was putting these in, and I didn't take the time to look up all the stuff. But SJP is wearing Christopher John Rogers. Christopher John Rogers is a Black American designer. The look itself
Ooh.
is, yes. So the look itself is actually inspired by a woman who was a slave. She bought her way out of slavery through being a seamstress. She went on to become Mary Todd Lincoln's seamstress. And so this dress is inspired directly by a dress designed by a freed Black woman for the First Lady. So this is an homage to that look. Yes.
Dang.
Now the
Can we
internet,
give
like obviously people,
ugh,
thank you. Let's give
can
SJP her
can
props.
we
Like,
just give some snaps? Like she is trying, and I feel like even with I
yes,
didn't see the new Sex in the City, but I feel like they are trying, and I would much
they
rather
are
someone
trying.
try and fail than just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Like, can
Yes.
we stop looking for perfection and let artists just be artists, and especially artists who are trying? And this is a
Well,
beautiful
I
thing.
think what really broke my heart is like people online were like, SJP's wearing a dress inspired by a slave. And I was like, no, that's not what she's doing. Like she's genuinely she has reached out to a Black designer, which is very rare to see. Like white celebrities have either a Black stylist or or kind of like Black owned clothing brands on. I was like, and it's designed by this really humbling story of like the first freed woman to ever kind of like work in the White House directly with the First Lady. So I thought this was beautiful. I think SJP never misses the assignment when it comes to the Met Gala. Like I truly think sometimes when she's not there, I'm like, oh, she just couldn't find something on theme. Like she just seems like the person that would be like, I wouldn't even insult Anna by showing up if I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Like I just adore
Yes,
when
right.
SJP.
Yeah.
She and Zendaya to me are like the two people, and Rihanna, that when people are like the Met Gala, I just am always waiting for one of the three of
What
them.
they're gonna do. Yeah. And
Yeah.
even Raymond says people just don't get it sometimes. Like they just are just I don't know. Everyone just so I get it. There are things to be angry about, but let's like utilize those things for the right
Yeah.
time, you know?
Yes. So this is Quanah Chasing Horse. She is an Indigenous woman and a model.
Ooh.
So they've done the Met last year and this year in two parts. So the first part was basically kind of like America. The second part is obviously the Gilded Age. So when she came the last time, she wore jewelry done by other indigenous artists. So again, and you're not on TikTok, but I happened to come across the woman on TikTok, the actual like indigenous woman on the reservation who put like hand sewed this whole neck piece for her. And I just think Quantum Chasing Horse is just like, I don't know. She's humbling to me in the sense of like, it's
Mhm.
already a city built on stolen land, and it's a whole
Yeah.
Met Gala that's about like America and where did it come from? And I'm like,
Hmm.
this is where it came from. So I think if anybody has the right to like, I don't know, steal people's bread or be like, this is my seat. I know Anna didn't sign it, but I'm sitting here. Is her.
Oh, so good. I'm like loving this so much. I did not. I think the Met Gala happened the same night as I was doing the red
Well,
carpet for Doctor Strange.
it
So
was.
I
That
am,
was the funny
yeah.
part is I had the Met Gala on E, and then I had you on my iPad. But I always think what to me is funny about the Met Gala is like it's very silly when you look at it, right? Like if you don't understand or care about kind of the art of fashion, it just
Sure,
looks
sure,
like a
sure.
very silly, expensive party where people come dressed nice. And I have found many
Hmm.
times with people similar to Marvel, when I sit down and like tell them the inner meanings of what they're looking at, then it's like, oh, I like
Yeah. Oh,
this.
yeah.
Like I want to watch it
Hmm.
again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
this was
Ooh.
yes. So this is Cynthia Erivo and Louis Vuitton. What was interesting about this year is also there was a sustainability element where people were supposed to, so this is made from reclaimed material from the Vuitton house.
Wow.
What I personally love is the head wrap is both a nod to her Nigerian heritage, but it is also a nod to the Tignon laws that Black women were subjected to in the South. So there was a whole thing where Black women had to cover their hair, largely in Louisiana, because it was seen that especially these kind of Creole Black women, that if men saw their gorgeous flowing curly hair and their beautiful buttery skin, they just lose their minds. So it was like Tignon law was a real thing. Her nails are bananas. We don't have the close up, but she is huge on her nails. She's a big Broadway star, and for any of you that were lucky enough to see Cynthia Erivo in Color Purple or to even
Oh,
watch her, she's phenomenal. Thank you.
I
One of her
saw
nails,
I
yes,
saw
right there
her in
is
the
a
Color
black
Purple the
cameo.
night I saw her the night before she won the Tony. She won the, like she I saw her perform, and the next day she won the Tony. And ticket
Here's
sales
the
went
problem.
off the roof.
Here's the problem. I saw that show at least 7, 8 times. I love that show so much, and I'm pretty sure now I fell so in love with her that I dated somebody from the show for months, and it was not until we broke up that it hit me, "Oh, I'm just in love with the idea of this show that I mistakenly thought you were the show in a person.
Yeah.
Oh no."
Yep.
But she
No.
has a black cameo on her nails. And one of my favorite things about Cynthia is she is a massive Barbara Streisand fan. And when she learned that Barbara
Mm.
Streisand always kept her nails done, even in Yentl, Cynthia's like whole thing is her nails. And she also is styled by Jason Bolden, a black stylist. So I just think there's something so beautiful about a black stylist, black actress kind of paying homage to black
Yeah.
women on this beautiful night.
Well, we have some comments in the chat from this one. Raymond did say too that this look, it's very, Black Panther, which I think also there's
Yes.
some connections of even just the way that they were Ruth Carter, who was the
Yep.
costume designer for that film, her different influences. So we hear that there too. I also
Well,
just love, like, I
immediately
think
when I
this,
saw her, I saw like Haitian priestess. Like when I saw it, I was like, I've definitely
yeah.
seen like people in Haiti like dressed like this in like kind of religious situations.
I think it too, maybe for some of us who I've been tuned out of the Met Gala, I don't know, just seeing like blackness and folks, or even just their
Yeah.
different cultures, because even I forget what was the name of the indigenous model woman.
Oh, Quanah
Um,
Chasing Horse.
yes, and people like being able to be recognized for their own culture and being able to type into
Yeah.
it. And like it's nice that I haven't seen any appropriation looks, which is really nice
Can
because
I
I'm
be
sure the Met
honest?
Gala
I think
used to
it
be
really
full of those.
here's the thing. When they did China Through the Looking Glass, I would say that was a night that definitely made me like, ugh, like cringe real hard.
Hmm.
I will say
Yeah.
I think the tide turned in like 2018 when they had camp was the theme, and you
Oh,
had
right.
people like
Yeah.
Lena Waithe coming that said like black drag queens invented camp, or you had like Black folks coming that were like, I'm dressed like this because Black folks invented camp. Like you had this very aggressive messaging where they were like, where you had like Daniel Kaluuya and John Boyega being like, the DSS is in the house tonight, like we will not be silenced. And like I think that's when it took a turn. So this is I believe this is Precious Lee, I could be wrong, another plus size model. I just, here's the thing, I don't think it was fully on theme, but I love the opulence and grandeur of like a bigger body being on this carpet and like, I don't know, like shutting down even like a Hadid sister or a Jenner Kardashian. It's like, I'm just like this. She is just poured into this. I mean, I'm sure when she was talking, I do not remember who made this. I'm sorry, y'all. It's probably like Schiaparelli or somebody. But again, my brain just tunes out on the ones I don't like. But I'm sure their conversation when they were designing this was like, it's sparkly at the bottom, so it's gilded. So
that's actually my thought point again, as someone who's like very a noob to this whole entire like thing. I was like, well, she's got a corset that's from the Gilded Age and it looked gilded at the bottom. Did I design this? I think I designed this dress.
I mean, the funny part about this night too is like these are all couture looks that take months, that like have been approved. Like these are one of one most of the time. Like nobody's ever being like, it was on the runway. It's like, this is my custom art piece.
What happens to, does anybody like, okay, I'm gonna wear this to this wedding? Like, what happens to these dresses?
That's the thing, is like a lot of them just become like art in the person's home because like you're invited by the designer, like you're, you know, you sit at their table, all this stuff. So it's just, it's wild. I mean, here's the thing, guys. This is Naomi Campbell. I would never say anything bad about Naomi Campbell because she's Naomi Campbell. She can do whatever she wants. Like she is Vogue. Like that's the funny, is there are some people, like I don't think Anna's ever looked like she's on theme, nor has her daughter B. Schaefer. They show up in what they want. Same thing with like the Naomis of the, Naomi said this has glitter and I like it. So you're welcome. And I'm like, all right, I'll take it.
Oh my gosh. All right, we have time for maybe like one or two more.
Okay. I mean, of course. So I want to give a quick shout out to the fellas. Questlove. Questlove is like Questlove. He comes in what he wants. Again, he's another one. Anna adores him. He comes in what he wants. He comes in what he's comfortable in. He knows what he looks good in. And so there's Questlove for you. But I do want to give one shout out. We don't have the photo for it, but I do want to shout it out. If any of you have the time later, look up Riz Ahmed's look from the Met Gala. It is so simple and it is seemingly so uninteresting, but he is wearing a workman's outfit, custom workman's immigrant workwear outfit with jewels from Cartier from India. So
I'm sorry, I'm cracking up because Raymond in the chat. Sarah, can we please go back to Naomi Campbell? Because Raymond also has some commentary that I want. Raymond says, and tell me if he's wrong. I don't think he is. Raymond says, that dress looks like pajamas.
I mean, Raymond, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Naomi picked comfort. She definitely picked comfort.
And then just put some glitter on her face. She's like, gilded. Yeah. What? I'm Naomi
Yeah, she was Campbell. Like, I'm gilded. Yeah, basically, she was like, I am Vogue.
I'm gonna roll out of bed and they bet you that is what her pajamas look like. They're so fancy that she's like, I can just wear this. This is fine.
Yeah. Absolutely. She's like, get into it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, one more. Last one, Sarah. Last one.
Oh God. Don't even get me started on this. All right. So all the Kendall Jenners, all the Kardashian Jenners got to come to the Met Gala this year. Kylie apparently came as a bride. Kylie, this was not the theme. I'm not gonna get into it with you. I'm mad.
Is she just in a wedding dress? That's not the Gilded Age. All right, one more. Let's
Okay. Oh, yeah. So you'll appreciate this. So Mr. Sebastian Stan attended the Met Gala. So Valentino did their entire couture collection this last time in this hot pink, like this very specific hot pink. Every look was this color, like every single look. And so I just thought it was really, I don't know. I just think there's something, I mean, one, he's very sexy. We love the Holy Trinity at all times. Shout out to America's ass, Chris Evans, Christopher Jamal Evans, Anthony Mackie, the true Captain America, and Mr. Bucky Barnes at all times. And I just love when, I don't know, I just love, even though this was not on theme. Sebastian, I
I
love
was
you.
gonna
This was
say
not
it's
on
not
theme.
on theme. You
And
were like
on
Kylie
top of it, what
Jenner,
I
get out
love
of
is like,
here.
here's the other part I love is Sebastian, this is off the runway. Now, you know, like I know, like you know, like Anna knows, you are supposed to have something custom made. You are not supposed to be getting anything off the runway. I don't even care if it's couture. But I just love when boys wear pink. I love it because
Mm-hmm.
I think for somebody, this is not the theme, but I think for somebody somewhere seeing a superhero in a pink
Yeah, wearing
outfit
pink.
is
Yeah,
also
yeah,
going
yeah.
to like change their paradigm on a lot of
Out
things.
of fashion thing. And also it's funny, well, first of all, 2 points. One, Tim says, I know I'm old because every time someone says Kylie, I think Minogue. I hear you, Kim. I hear you, Tim. I
Same,
hear you.
same. We're right there with you,
Same. That's
Tim.
only Kylie that we really needed. We did not need another one. And here she
We
came
were
along.
fine.
We're fine. We had all the Kylies we need.
Yeah.
Kylie quota was met.
Yeah.
But also too, I think what's interesting is that pink actually used to be a color for boys. And so it's just interesting
Yes.
how like young
It's my
boys and men would wear pink.
Well, I'm sure if somebody pushes him, like that would probably be the argument from his stylist and his team was like, yeah, in the time of the Gilded Age, boys wore pink. So we put,
Mm-hmm.
listen, people will come up. It's like art.
With
You'll be
any
looking at a
era.
bunch of blobs and you're like, it looks like paint splatter. And then somebody comes up next to you and they're like, well, this paint splatter is representative of the
No.
bloodshed on American soil. And you're like, just say, I don't know what I'm
Okay.
looking at. So, guys, if somebody asks you why Sebastian wore pink, just be like, during the time of the Gilded Age, boys wore pink. So that's why he's wearing Valentino couture. There you go. I
Mm-hmm.
just made you
There
sound
it
really
is.
pretentious.
You and like we know what we talking about. I am here for that. And then Raymond also chimed in, real men wear pink. So I am right there with
Exactly.
you. Truth or true. Okay, this is the last one, Sarah.
Okay,
Sarah's
we'll
like,
make this
no, we have
last.
to do this
Sarah,
last one.
Sarah's like, I want to do all of them.
I know. Last
Vanessa
one. Last
Hudgens
one.
was one of the co-hosts this year for The Affair. Here's the thing, guys. Again, this is not on theme. I love that she loves to be spooky Elvira, but the reason I shout it is because she has a black stylist. She's also with Jason Bolden, so I'm always going to give props to non-black artists that or black performers who have black styling teams because they're very rare.
Hmm.
So I love that she and Jason Bolden work together, but I'm also like, girl, this was not the theme. I love that you're spooky. I know Disney announced we're halfway to Halloween, but this is not the thing.
Stop it. Get out of here. I'm done with you. Because Disney announced that we're halfway to
You
Halloween.
know that's why.
That's
You
why.
know low key she was like looking and she was like, "Well, it's halfway to Halloween. I'm gonna be spooky." And speaking of people re-wearing, so you know she's gonna like re-wear this in her house when she makes her Halloween Instagram for us. That we're all always like, "Okay, Vanessa, we know you love Halloween and Coachella."
Oh my God. And Coachella. Oh, so good. All right, Mackenzie, thank you so much for breaking that down. I don't think I would have known any of that. And a big thank you to the Get On Uppers. We appreciate y'all who've been joining in the conversation. Tim, Raymond, our other fashion correspondents who've been giving their opinions of these different looks. Big thanks to so far we've got here No Name, subscribe, Sheila, Ryan, Pomar Neon. I'm so sorry. I butchered that. I am so sorry. My glasses. I
Yes,
don't
you
have them.
did.
Brash Wombat. See, that's the name generator we love. And No Name. So thank you all so much for being here. This is Get On Up if you just joined. I'm James Arthur M. This is Mackenzie Green here. We're about halfway through the show. And right now, if you're like, I love what I'm seeing, this is so great, you can subscribe. You can subscribe, and that you'll always know when there's something exciting that we have coming on the coming down the pike. Any special plans for extra shows? We've got Stacy is a subscriber, Raymond's a subscriber, so make sure that you also subscribe. And don't forget, you can head over to www.backchannel.tv, leave a review. It helps folks to find us. And now we are at our Wyland or Working It news section. So we're going to take a look at some of the news, and y'all are going to just chime in your thoughts about some of the things that we are going to talk about. Do you think the situation or this person or this thing was wildin' or working it. I'm going to kick us off with a story about the Travis Scott. There's a Travis Scott documentary about Astroworld that is coming out. So first of all, this documentary is being made. So if y'all remember the horrific Astroworld thing that happened where it resulted in people dying, even like there was like children. There is going to be a documentary that is detailing the tragic events that happened just in 2021. This film is directed by Charlie Min, who there's interviews for people who survived, witnesses, attorneys, all kinds of folks are being interviewed. But there's also cell phone footage that's also going to be being used as well. But the Live Nation lawyers are like, hey, this documentary could actually like, because there's still a trial going on, and they're like,
Yeah.
this could,
Yeah. It's like
you
this could
know,
mess up the trial.
yes, they're like this could it taint the jury pool. It could taint the jury pool. It is being postponed, like that's being delayed, but it looks like this documentary is like ready to go. So my question is, the fact that this documentary is even being made, are they wildin' or are they working it? Where it's like, okay, they're trying to like get the story out there. What do we think? Are they wildin' or working it? Raymond already chimed in and said, we do not need all this at all.
Thank you, Raymond. I'm with you because I think the problem is this is coming on. So I had heard that this was supposed to have come out months ago on Hulu. Like it literally was on the platform, and then Hulu pulled it off the platform
Dang.
because it came
Wow.
out like the day after all of that happened. I think the problem is I love mess. I love mess. I love a scammer documentary. Like I watch those Firefest documentaries back to back, like they're salty
Oh,
sweet snacks.
same.
Like I love I like
Yes.
Hulu, Netflix, Hulu, Netflix, Hulu, Netflix.
You
I
know
think
I
the
love a
problem
cult
is
and a con. If it's got a
yes,
cult
a
or a
cult and
con
a
to
con are
it, give
just
it to me.
oh, just inject it straight to my veins. I love it. I love a scam. I love watching people deal with this stuff.
Yes.
But it's like I think the problem is whoever made this was probably like people love these crazy true crime things mixed with like unexpected event, and it's like no, this is like this is a you wouldn't we're too close to the event. It's like
Yeah.
when I think about
Mm-hmm.
people who attended the concert in the Castro where people got killed or the whole thing with the Hells Angels. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's not sensational news. Like this is an actual thing in which people lost their lives and it's like and it's
Yeah.
traumatic and there are people still dealing with the trauma of this and much like I am just now in my 30s learning about the Hells Angel concert incident, it's like I would much rather y'all talk about Astroworld when I am an old woman and my kids are like, "Did you know about this thing that happened in the, 2020s?" And I'm like, Yeah, it was a lot."
Yeah.
Like, it's like
Yeah.
this I don't know,
Yeah.
this isn't a fun thing, and so I think they're
Yeah.
wildin'.
Yep. And I think Raymond's right there with you. Raymond said maybe 20 years from now, but not now. It's too soon. And it's one thing if it's
Yeah,
like I think all the information that we needed to know in the moment has already been covered. So it's one thing if like
yeah,
2020 is doing like a special to catch us up on like what are the things that happened. But I think to
exactly.
sensationalize the at a documentary. So y'all Wyland never come up with like put this
Yeah,
on the shelf. We'll see you in
yeah,
2050 with this documentary.
yeah. We'll see you later. Bye.
Oh, what do you have for us to decide that if it's something is violent or
Ooh.
working it?
Okay, so I have to say, this and again, you would know this if you were on TikTok, but I mean, you don't even have to be on TikTok for this. We're both black. This is I have my opinions, but this idea of white passing has
Uh-huh.
become a social media trend frenzy fascination of people realizing that both the phrase and the idea of the person exist. So truly, there is like been this whole thing now on social media where you've got like kids and they'll be like, pretending like they're listening to somebody saying something racist, and then it's like, surprise, I'm black, and this whole concept of white passing. So I guess what I'm asking y'all, which is whiling or working it, this I'm sure this isn't even the question, but this is my question is is it whiling or working it that people are just now realizing that like this is an actual thing that people have existed in the world as white passing and have been able to get by because of it?
I think it's Raymond just said the idea is stupid. This idea is stupid. I think it's so interesting that it's being. I can't believe that
Right?
people
It's
are
like it's
just now
coming back
catching
as a
up to
thing.
this.
Yeah.
And is it?
It's
I guess
fascinating.
my follow up question is it like. Is it being like celebrated as like, ooh, they're white passing? Like, I think
Well,
that's where I would
no,
have
it's
pause.
being questioned. So I see a lot of kids on TikTok and it's like and people will be like, "Well, you're not," or like, "There should be no color." And it's like, it's really fascinating to watch. Or my other favorite thing are like light skinned folks being like, "I'm white passing." And I'm like, no, no, you're not. You're just light. You're just light skinned. We all know you're black. We can look at you. We know you're black. Stop. You're not
Yeah,
fooling
yeah.
anybody. Like,
No one's being fooled by it. Then, like Raymond was saying, yeah, like I think like I think wait, Raymond's pretty much like this is also a while in the situation here. So yeah, I think it's like just
right?
disappointing
Yeah.
that like I think that we're just catching up to this, and I think this is why we need to teach things in school. Like this is like I think kids just don't have these things that they're learning in school. What are they learning?
Well,
What are they saying?
it's
Oh, and then
also
Raymond said I
funny,
meant
and
to
I've
say
seen
that
it.
Raymond said that it's not only stupid but it's dangerous. That this whole entire concept is
So
not only
so
stupid, it's
that's
dangerous.
another thing I've seen on TikTok are kids who seemingly have spent their entire life, they have grown up white families, all this stuff, and they are starting to also do DNA tests or like family tree stuff, and they'll discover that like their grandmother was white passing or their great grandmother. And so for anybody that hasn't, I highly recommend The Vanishing Half. I think it's a really great book. I have a grandfather, my mother's father had a story of white passing in their family because they all very much were white passing, and it was a situation of one brother was living as a white man basically in Chicago, and when he was found out, he almost lost his life for it. Like had the audacity
Mm.
to almost marry into a very wealthy white family and taint it with his black blood and all this stuff. So I think I don't know, it's really fascinating to watch these like these basically white kids all of a sudden be like, how do I come to terms with this part of my heritage that I didn't even know
Mm.
existed? And like, do I do something or do I
Uh,
just like stay quiet? So that's my while and word rant.
okay.
All of
Now
the
that I
politics and
understand
nuance of
that,
white passing.
I think this is these kids, their medium to explore this. So I will say they're working the medium and they're working like at least they're doing
Okay.
something about it. And so I'm gonna give it to him because I will take this as an example. Again, like the idea of passing was this thing, like as Mackenzie was just saying, like I mean, it was pretty much like illegal to be black. I mean, it still is in some ways and some things that we can't do, but I mean, you couldn't go to certain like parts of the town. You couldn't, be up past us. There's curfews, and there's a really great movie. It's on Netflix, starring birthday girl herself, Ruth Nega, and Tessa Thompson. It's called Passing. I highly recommend it. The woman who
Yeah.
directed it, Rebecca Hall, I was like, who directed this? I Googled it. I was like, oh, that white lady. Then even further, found
Yes.
out that she had just found out that her grandfather had been passing and that he was black
Yes.
and she had no idea. And so I think it's interesting, and they do like the whole entire idea is that like there was the one drop rule that if you had one drop of
Yes.
black blood you were considered black, and that's how it has been defined. And they do studies now that like no one would pass the one drop rule now at this point. Like there's
No.
been so much like we just people
Yeah.
be getting with each other. And I
Well,
look at
I
this.
have one more plug off of that for sure, which is if you guys watch Passing and you enjoy it, I had the pleasure of interviewing Tessa Thompson for the Who What Wear winter cover about it, and so you can learn all about the director's kind of story with Passing, Tessa's story, and yeah, it's in there. It's a cover feature about Tessa
Oh, where
Thompson.
can they find this? They can find this
They can
on the
find that on
YouTubes.
they can find this on actually they can find it on whowhatwear.com, and it's the Tessa
Okay.
Thompson winter cover. So, yeah.
I love it. And I want to look at this great point that Pomeranian, that's what it is. I'm sorry I butchered your thing earlier. Pomeranian just chimed in with this. That's messed up. There's no such thing as colorblind. We want to see color and celebrate culture. Can
Yeah.
I get that on a
I
pillow? I
love
think you
you.
have said that
Pomeranian, I
in
love you so
such
much.
You have said that in such a brilliant way. Of there's some people like, oh, I'm colorblind. Like, no, you want to see it, and then also understand
Yeah.
how that person might navigate through the world differently, or how like we all
Yeah.
have bias, and so understanding how that might come in. It'd be like me saying like I don't see gender. No, I do, and I have to
Yeah.
work through how I navigate. How does that cloud my thinking or my interactions with folks? And then Tim chiming in, I love Rebecca Hall, who
Yeah.
replaced he replaced Jessica Chastain in Iron Man 3, because Jessica Chastain was supposed to be the main villain in Iron Man 3. And at the time, when Marvel still didn't know what to do with women, they were like, well, we can't have a woman as a villain. That's not going to sell toys. So they made her part smaller. Jessica Chastain was like, I'm out. I'll just go do Dark Phoenix. That's Marvel, right? And it was like, no, don't do that.
No,
It's
don't
not the
do
right
that.
Marvel.
Go back to where you
Yeah.
were.
Yep. All right, I've got one for you. Let's go to Little Nas X. So,
Oh
Little
snap.
Nas X, he sent out a tweet. So Little Nas X is going on tour. We talked about this. Do we have a picture of the tweet by chance, Sarah? That would be more if we can. Okay. All right. We maybe don't have a picture of the tweet. That'd be, I think, more interesting for people to say. So, Little Nas X sent out a tweet and he said, I'm sorry, I'm not coming to Texas for tour. My ex lives there. So, Little Nas X is not coming to Texas, and it's because his ex lives there. And I want
I
to say
love that
there was some
so much.
so again, Little Nas X is going on tour, and he sent a tweet. I'm sorry, I'm not coming to Texas for my tour. My ex lives there, and people have been tweeting back, and sometimes I'm like, oh my god, what's the internet have to say? And then someone said, as someone who once moved to a different continent to get away from family, that is very relatable. Um, Oh, and then someone else tweeted, I'm disappointed you're not coming to Nebraska because your next boyfriend lives here. Kiss, 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 kiss. And then
Boo,
yeah.
boo, tomatoes,
So
tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes.
Oh wait, okay, I love this. Okay, so we have some debate here. This is great. One, closing the loop on. Oh, Pomeranian says, "I love you both," because you said, "I love you, Pomeranian." Pomeranian saying, "I
Yay.
love you both." Raymond, closing the loop on the conversation. Rebecca Hall says, "I meant to say Rebecca Hall is pretty cool, but not as cool as you." So we love that. And
That's
then
so
Raymond, though,
nice.
okay, we're gonna break this down. Is Lil Nas X wilding or working it by not going to Texas because his boyfriend lives there?
Working it.
Also, it could and it could have been just a joke. Maybe he just didn't book something, but it could have been just a joke. But I think it's really funny. You're thinking that he's working it. Tell me more.
Working it. Here, I mean, again, guys, I have outed myself. I have dated actors and literally cried when they on Instagram like I'm booked and been like, please don't be something I like, please don't be something like, please don't. Like I can't. I'll never watch Russian Doll season 2 ever again. Somebody I was talking
Okay.
to is on there. Like I will avoid whole streets. Like guys, I'm petty. I'm petty and crazy, and so I 1,000,000% am like, sir, if I were famous enough, I too would be like, well. Guys, I won't be coming to the state of New York. My ex lives there. And people would be like, wait, I'm sorry, you won't play the garden because there's a possibility that he's here. I'd be
They
like,
might
yeah,
be in the
yeah,
crowd. Yeah, you might,
yeah.
or you might just walking down the street. You just
You know
never
what?
know. And I
But
do
I
love it. Like
actually am
Texas
rethinking my
Texas is
stance
a
in real time. I'm
yes.
rethinking my stance in real time because here's the thing though. If they are my ex and they could be there, when else would I want them to see me than on a stage in front of hundreds of
Mm-hmm.
thousands of screaming people
Mm-hmm.
as people are like, no, Zach, no, Zach, they're like, ah! And screaming and being like, I told you long ago. And like you're dancing shirtless with like dudes rubbing all over you on a pole. And people are like, he's so amazing. And that's what I think.
Almost
I think that's actually what I would want an ex to see me.
Yeah, and in fact, actually, so Raymond just chimed in because Raymond thinks that Little Nas X is wilding actually, because Raymond just said that's stupid. Money is money. You're not going to see them. And then Raymond said exactly that is the best revenge to have. So
Yeah.
Raymond, you were very smart to
Like
be
it just hit me in real
wilding.
time because I'm pretty sure Beyonce lets everybody who's ever wronged her see her in real time on those
Oh,
stages, which is why like
yeah.
there are certain cities she gets to and like the hair flip is extra flippy because it's like, who's here? Is Latavia here?
I was gonna say, oh,
Like
Latoya Latavia's here. Okay, got it. Farah. Oh wait, she's in jail. Anyways, I know she can see this from her jail cell.
you
She
know, it's like,
is.
oh, You ready? Like, she like has those moments where she's just standing there and she's
Yeah.
like,
Oh my god. But I do think too, in fact, to this point, I think Little Nas X should like go perform like right across the street from where your ex
that,
lives,
yeah,
right? Like just go like
yeah,
I'm doing a impromptu concert right across the street, right, right over here. No
yeah.
particular reason.
Be like,
I'm
I'm
just
across
doing
from the
this.
Whole Foods. Don't worry about where it is. It's a specific Whole Foods in a neighborhood that none of y'all would know about.
That my ex works at. Awesome. All right. What else do you have for Wildin' or Working It? What shall we go to next?
Oh my gosh. So I have to say, this is, I mean, we should all feel the same way about this, but WNBA player Brittany Griner is still being wrongfully
Mm.
detained in Russia. So, and now the US has weighed in on it. So while or working it, Brittany Griner in a Russian prison. I think we all know the
I
answer.
Right. Well, first, before we get to this like tragic story, Tim, being the hilarious man that he is, said to the left, points at a person in the crowd. That's what Beyonce was doing. Like to the left, to the
She
left.
she
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
would. She'd be like, camera over there. And be like, say my
and-
name. And be like, what? You know that video where she's always like, what's my name? And the guy's like, say my name, say my name. Like, Beyonce would be like,
She's not messing around. She's not messing around. Flawless. I mean, that's most of her songs. But okay, going back, Raymond's getting
yeah.
us back on track. Oh wait, Pomeranian said, "Isn't there a country song about all your exes living in Texas? If there isn't one, we
There
need to
is.
write
There
one.
is.
There
There
is
really
one.
is.
Oh,
There
God.
is one because
And
I
then
used to sing it in college because I dated a bunch of people from Texas.
And then
I
look,
have
as the
bad
song
choices.
says, you got all these exes. You got all these exes. Raymond saying, "Yep, that is true." But going back to the Brittany Garner story, Raymond said, "This is so sad. I hope she gets out soon." Um, yeah, I think, and I was listening to a report. There's a reason why actually, like, in some ways, her lawyers and her team is working behind the scenes. They're actually trying to keep it like really down, like
I've heard the same
quiet
thing
because they
too. Yeah.
they don't like so sometimes people are like, "Oh, there's not enough media attention." They're actually glad that there's not enough media attention because they don't uh, I mean, Russia be crazy. And so if it gets too
Yeah.
much attention in a bad way, like, who knows what could happen. I will say it is while that she has been sitting here for as long as she has. And there's some other people too. Like actually I was listening to a report. There's some other people as well who are just stuck over in these Russian prisons. Which again,
Yeah.
like I've been to Russia once and didn't realize the state of what like I didn't realize how illegal it is to be gay in Russia. And
Yeah.
it was I'm with the entertainment crew. We're all pretty much gay. It was like 40 of us. And we went to like these, gay clubs. They're like underground. And we're in St. Petersburg. The sun doesn't set. The sun sets for 1 hour because you're up so far north at that point. And so it's like
Oh
3 o'clock
wow.
in the morning, but it looks like 3 p.m. Anyways, so we get into like this speakeasy, and it's like pretty much like it's like a 4-story club, but they bring you into a room and they're like, "Do you know what this is?" And we're like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Okay, gentlemen, you get in for free. Ladies, $40." And we're like, "Yay, finally!" And so we go in there, but like I don't know, it just like looking back, I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" Like we
Yeah,
could
that
have
was
been
dangerous.
arrested,
Yeah. He could have
detained,
been like, "Do
like
you know where you are?" And you could have all said yes, and then he's like, "Great, hands behind your heads, like you're under
yep.
arrest."
Yep, yep, yep. Raymond said, "How old are you if you've been there before?" Yeah, Raymond, this I'm going to tell you this. I mean, that was 12 years ago. Yeah, that was over 12 years ago
Oh,
because I was
wow.
24. Yeah, 24
I
at
have
the
a
time.
friend that goes to Russia a lot to a point that I'm always like, "What's your deal? What are we doing here? Why are you there?" But I think
Right
if people
there.
are ever curious about kind of like this world of also, like you said, like the way Russia imprisons people that don't, there's a great doc that HBO did about Pussy Riot, which were the girls
Oh
that wrote like the political songs
yeah.
against Putin. That was the most harrowing documentary I've ever seen because just the situation we're in and truly so I completely understand why the legal team is like, we don't want to make a thing out of this, like please don't, which is also why the White House, when people were like say something, they were like, shh, no, shut up,
No,
shut
no, we're
up,
not.
no,
No,
like
we're
leave us
handling this.
alone. Yeah,
We are
so
handling
yeah.
this. Yes. A big welcome to folks who have just joined. We have a lot of folks who just joined. You're watching Get On Up with Jam and Mackenzie, who's filling in for Renee today. We are doing Wildin' or Working It news. We're going over some of the news stories or some stories that have happened, and we're deciding were they wildin' or were they working it. If you just joined in and your name is no name, you can change it in your device. You just go say, change my name, change my name. My name is Black Panther, Wakanda forever. Better change my name. You can do it. You can do it right there. All right, I have one. So my question is, I'm going to read you the story. I'm already going to lead you, like, who is wilding or working
I'm
it. I want to
hoping
know
this
if the
is. I
internet.
hope this is what I hope this is what I think
I,
it is. Continue,
I
please.
want to know. I want to know if the internet is wilding or if it's working it. So people are just going after Susan Sarandon on Twitter, so she maybe needs to not be on Twitter for the moment. So people are going after her because in 2016 she was heavily campaigning for Bernie Sanders. She's worth an estimated $60 million, as MSNBC wants to point out, and she couldn't bring herself to vote for Hillary Clinton, suggesting she might cast her ballot for Donald Trump instead. And so. She was like, Hillary Clinton is even worse. And now here we are. Donald Trump was elected. 3 Supreme
Mm-hmm.
Court justices that he was able to put on. And so
Mm-hmm.
everyone is like, Susan. And now after what just happened with Roe v. Wade, what we're about to see,
Yeah.
what's about to happen, the memo that was leaked that Roe v. Wade is going to uh, potentially be overturned. The internet is like
Mm-hmm.
coming guns ablazes for Susan Sarandon for what she said and what
I'm
she
fine with
did.
that.
Um,
I'll allow
and
it.
And like there's a tweet, they're like, well, there goes Roe v. Wade. Thanks a lot, Susan Sarandon. Like, is this your revolution? Uh yeah. And then they're like breaking live reaction from Susan Sarandon. Crickets. So what do we think? Is Susan what is was the internet is the internet, or maybe hurt people just hurt people, but is the internet wilding for like going after Susan Sarandon for what she said and
Oh,
did
I
in
mean, they're definitely
2016?
I mean, here's the thing. They're wilding because right now Susan Sarandon is becoming clearly from those tweets, she has somehow become the emblem for like the 55%, was it, that voted for him,
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
predominantly white women. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
sorry for you, Susan. Sorry, but also as a black person, doesn't it suck when everybody decides that one person represents everybody? Is awful. See, that's why we don't like it. So
It's so true. We talked about this before, like linked lineage. Like she is now being connected to like that
yeah,
55%. We don't know what she voted for.
again,
We don't know, but she
sorry to this woman. Sorry. Like,
very fair, very fair. And look at this Raymond chiming in. And I got you too. Sometimes you got a side eye. I don't know if she's my hero, but you got a side eye, folks. Raymond said, I love Susan Sarandon, but she should just sit down and enjoy her money. And this is put that on a pillow, please. Please put that on a pillow. Please, please, please. All right, cool. Do you have
God.
another one that you would like to take us to?
Oh my goodness. So I'm actually going to steal this one from your list, which is a while in her working it, which was the internet has come out strongly, has some strong words for a man who came out at his sister's wedding. So somebody posted on a Reddit thread on the AITA Reddit thread about throwing a tantrum after the brother came out at their woman. The woman, 27, explained that she came out as a lesbian to her homophobic parents when she was 12 years old, and that took them years to accept. And then her brother came out at her wedding into a welcoming environment. So I think she's unpacking a little bit more baggage than it just being her wedding. But basically, is she wilding it or working it for throwing a temper tantrum because her brother came out at her wedding?
I think. Well, okay, all right, yes. So, so they're gay siblings. Is that what it is?
Yeah, they're
They're
gay
both gay.
siblings,
Mm-hmm.
but one had like a long road of family acceptance, and here she is at her very lesbian wedding, finally like feeling embraced, loved, looking into the eyes of her wife. Love is love, and then her brother's like, "Hi,
Okay,
everybody. I'm
uh,
the bride's brother." And I just want to announce, and everybody was like, "We love you. This is your night." So is she wilding or working it for being
yep.
mad about this?
Okay. I would like to take everyone individually for tasks. So Raymond already is saying she is working it because he could have found a more private time to do it. Absolutely agree. I think that he is wildin'. I think that is some
Yes, he's
if you have a
wildin'.
sibling, like that is clearly like he knew better. He's maybe the younger one.
Oh yeah.
And even Tim is like, yeah, it was her day, not his. Like he absolutely wildin'. And I think the family is also, well, I guess they're working it because they've shown like their growth, you know. So that is cute, but
They're better
he is
people. Like we
wildin'.
love that for them.
Yeah, we love that for them because I wouldn't want them to be like, no, you sit down. This is not your day. Like they knew that would look bad on them, so they're like, okay, oh yay, oh okay, yeah, we love the gay things. We're here. This is good. Oh, this brother is absolutely wildin', absolutely wildin'.
Oh, a
There's
million percent.
no,
Yeah,
mm-mm,
I'm right there with you. I'm
no
right there with you. I don't want any
that.
announcements the day I get married. I don't want you to. I don't even want you to tell us that you found a parking space. Like, just shut your face, shut your mouth. Don't say anything. I don't want to know any exciting news about your life. Don't propose at my wedding. Don't announce your pregnancy. Don't come out. Don't tell everybody that you got a promotion. Just shut your face. Shut your face. Shut it up. Just close your
We
lips.
don't want to hear it. We don't. Just close it up. Close it up. Okay, I think I have. Well, I think this is just ooh. And then Pomeranian said, "Timing is everything. Let her have her day. Then give the bro his own moment in the sun."
Yes.
Pomeranian, I am loving it. Like you, like write so like an Oprah book. Is this
Yes.
Oprah? Is this? Doesn't she have little
If it's
Pomeranians? I.
oh my gosh.
And then
If this is Oprah,
Raymond said,
I love you.
Raymond said he's probably the younger brother. As a younger brother, I can confer. This is definitely some younger brother mess of like, what about me? Just fully being like, effing this. And then, ooh, look at this. Tim has some tea. Tim says, I remember a coworker announcing his breakup at someone else's wedding.
I don't want to
And
know
that's
that
just
either. Just shut your face. Be
no.
sad in the corner. Go
He
drink
sat
yourself
in the
into a stupor, lay
corner.
under the table, and be quiet.
Yep, it's not about you.
Yeah.
You have 2 hours just to focus on something else. Just not
Yeah.
about you.
Yeah.
And then Raymond also agreeing, said exactly. I agree with Pomeranian. So, all right. Well, those were the Wildland or Working It's for today. That was fun. Look at that. It's like a
That was
whole
wild.
new show. That was great. All right, now, you're gonna have to be the quiz person again,
Oh
Mackenzie,
my gosh. I'm so nervous. So
because you don't
nervous.
have access to the chat. So
No,
this will
yes.
not
I
make
know
sense.
nothing.
This won't make sense. All right. All
So
right.
it's
So we're
definitely
gonna.
not even lion. It's like mag you lion. So it's a whole new
Mm-hmm.
it's a whole different
Yep.
game.
All right, so we're playing Mac You Lion because it is our Star Wars edition. Dun 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 dun
Dun, 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 dun.
dun dun dun
This is me.
dun
This
dun
is
dun
me. I'm
dun
the scrolling
dun dun
graphic.
dun 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 dun. Scrolling graphic of words. Oh man, and Stacy's back. Stacy's back just in time for Mac You Lion because Mackenzie doesn't have access to the chat, so I will be utilizing you all. So this is how it works.
Yeah.
It is May the 4th be with you day. It is Star Wars Day, and in honor of
Yes.
that, we're gonna do some Star Wars trivia. So the way it's gonna work is Mackenzie's going to read some facts as if they were facts, but we are gonna decide as a team if she's lying or if that's right.
Yeah.
So if you think that she's telling a bold-faced lie, you can say, Mac, you lying. But if you think she's telling
And
the
here's
truth,
the
you can
thing. This is
say,
gonna be a
Mac, you can say, Mac, that's
Mac,
right.
you
If you think
telling the
she's telling the
truth?
truth, Mac, you telling the truth, Mac, that's right. Right into your device.
And it's gonna be real hard because guys, I don't watch Star Wars, and so I don't know how to say most of these names. I just know the John Boyega movies and Baby Yoda.
So I think
That's
it's kind of good. The internet the mishap at Backchannel did us
yeah.
a favor because you would have been like,
This,
I don't know these things.
this is gonna be a hard. This is gonna be a hard game. People are gonna be like, "That's not even how you say it." I love May the 4th. It's my late grandfather's birthday, so I love May the 4th because I feel like everybody's celebrating his birthday with me. But other than that, I don't know. I don't understand Star Wars. I'm sorry. All right,
That's
here
okay.
we
We will not
go.
hold that against you. All right. On that note,
All
let's
right.
do it. All right.
Darth Sidious killed the 4 Jedi Masters. Saesi Tin, Mace Windu, I know that one because that's Kit Fisto. These are made up names. Agan Kolar.
Okay. Dang. Sarah went down a Star
I
Wars
know.
deep
I,
dive
I thought
because
when Sarah said these were quiz questions, I thought it was going to be like, Jabba the Hutt is a smuggler. Yes or no? And I was going to be like,
oh my
I
God.
got it.
Okay, Stacy just said Mac, you lie. I definitely good God. I had to like think about who the
I
heck was
know.
Darth Sidious. Darth Sidious is essentially the Emperor. So we've got that.
Sure.
So we do know, but maybe it's a trick because people think that Mace Windu could maybe still be alive. So but I love that you gave us the hint that Mace Windu was Samuel L. Jackson. So we did find he did fall out the window. We're gonna assume he's dead. I think Raymond, is that Mac you lying? A lot of people think that you were lying. And I don't, Raymond, to answer your question, Sarah did the trivia. You're like, don't you know the answer to these? Our producer Sarah, she put the trivia together. I did not look at the doc yet, so I'm in the dark with you all. So I don't know. Okay, we're gonna split the difference. Someone will be wrong, someone will be right.
Okay.
Get on uppers. You are saying Mac, you lying. I'm gonna say Mac, that's right, because of the Mace Window thing. Otherwise, did you just Sarah make up some names?
Actually, Mac, that's right.
Ah, yay. Okay, see, it was the Mace Window thing. That's the thing that had helped me out. Okay, he was killing a lot of people. Also, it's one of those things that like I didn't realize all those people that he killed had names. Like some Star Wars person
Yeah.
was like, "Oh yeah,
I didn't
those
either.
they
When
have
I was looking
names."
at this, I was like, I really thought some of these were made up. I was like, Kit Fisto, Agent Kolar, CSC,
They
CSC 10. I was like, oh my
Oh,
God, what am I
look at
doing?
this. Tim was being so kind. Tim said, "I don't want to call Mac a liar since Mac is a special guest." So that's why he
That's
was
really nice of you.
reframing. But feel free to. It's fine. She's family now. She's
Oh,
got
you
enough
really
family
can.
now.
Yeah. I mean,
Are you kidding me? She went after Raymond earlier. Like, come on. She was like,
I know.
Raymond.
I know. Yeah, then that's why I felt so bad. Oh man, I'm a guest
All
around
right.
here. All
Okay.
right. Next
You were.
question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Baboga is the name of Yoda's home. Guys, I don't even know what I'm
Oh,
saying.
Baboga. No, if does it start with a no? Okay, no, it's not called that, right, y'all? It's like Debega Bay or like Dobega. It's something like that, but you futzed with the words. Got enough words. What do we think? Oh, come on, where Yoda lives, where Luke raises his little jet that was in the water. I don't know all the words either, so maybe it is that. What did you call it? Bodega Bay?
Take a bay. Baboga.
Okay, that's it.
Baboga. Baboga.
Okay, Tim, you're right. Dagobah is what it actually is. Dagobah. So we're gonna say, let's do it. Mac, you lion, because it's Dagobah.
Yeah, it is. It's Dagobah.
See, Tim is right.
Ah,
Tim is always right.
Tim
Good
gets it.
job, team. Good job. Good job, team.
I
I
mean,
knew that
this
wasn't
game is
right.
hard just because I don't even know what I'm saying half the time. All right, the mysterious arm is the name of General Grievous's flagship, which was not mentioned in the movie.
Dang, the
I
mysterious
know.
arm. That
Mm-hmm.
seems so specific that it has to be true. Otherwise, like Sarah was just like, I'm leading you down a dark path of
Oh
things.
yeah.
Oh, Tim says Yoda lives in a Las Vegas resort,
Okay.
Bodega Bay.
Bodega Bay. I want that on a
Oh
Star
my
Wars shirt
god.
next year to wear to Disneyland. I visited Bodega Bay. It wasn't that great.
All right, and I think producer Sarah just gave me a hint because she's like, in my defense, I just took this from the internet, which means that is absolutely true. So I'm gonna say Mac, that's right, because it's so specific, and Sarah just pulled it from the internet. So we're gonna go with whatever you just said. Raymond just said, Mac, your turn. You're telling the truth. Raymond said, Mac, you telling the truth. You telling the truth. You're not lying to us.
No, I'm lying. I'm lying. It's called the invisible hand.
Sarah, you're a
Not the
monster.
mysterious.
You're a monster. You guys, we've been fooled. Even Tim said, I say that's true. Wasn't General Grievous the one with the multiple arms? Yes. It would make sense that, like, what did you call it? The, like, strong arm? The
Yeah, I called it the
mysterious arm?
invisible hand or the mysterious arm. That's what I call it,
The
mysterious arm.
mysterious arm, and he was the one that had multiple arms. Oh, and it wasn't even named in the movie. So how are we supposed to know? This is some deep Star Wars trivia. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, next one. People get riled up about their Star Wars fandom.
Yeah.
I don't
All
know
right.
this. I'm angry.
Wasik is the name of the Wookiees' homeland.
Ooh, Wasik. But now I don't know because these be just so like no. Maybe it's like called like Basic or something. There's like one different
You're
letter.
like, now I've just
Oh,
decided you're full of lies.
Raymond said that is not true. Like fully on out. And let's see, Tim, what are you thinking? Stacy, I know you're back. Any of our no-name people? Some Pomeranian? Do we have any hardcore Star Wars fans? The Wookiees? I don't know. I thought it was like Wooktopia or like Wookie Land.
Wookiee one. No, I'm lying. It's called Kashyyyk.
Oh, Stacy just said you're lying. So Stacy got it right.
No.
Raymond got that right. I never gave an answer.
Yeah.
It's called what? Cossack?
It's called Kashyyyk, but it's spelled
Kashyyyk.
Kashyyk. Guys, what drugs was George Lucas on when he made these? Like,
And his followers, because they keep making it up. They're like, have you ever been to like the Star Wars name generator?
no, I'm
There's a
terrified.
Star
I'm
Wars name
terrified of
generator.
Star Wars fans. They're the
Okay. Wait, but
scariest fans on the planet.
there is everybody, you can Google Star Wars
All right, we're doing
name
it.
generator and it'll give you your name. You just put your name into it. Google Star Wars generator.
Oh,
It should actually, there is one I forget where you can enter in your own. I'll try to find it and send it to
oh my
you.
gosh.
But there is a actual one where you enter in your name and it'll give you your own Star Wars name.
Oh,
And
jeez
it's
Louise. Oh, jeez Louise.
yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I can't find it, but I've done it before,
All
and
right.
it's
We're gonna
pretty,
do it.
pretty great. All right. Also, Tim said that he thought that it was a lie because the Wookiees probably live at Circus Circus because all of the Star Wars Yoda's at Bodega Bay. You got the
Yeah,
Wookiees at
Bodega
Circus.
Bay.
They're staying at Circus Circus.
Duh.
All right. Hit us with another one.
All right. Princess Leia kissed Han first.
Dang, this is almost like who shot first. Dang, this is really good, Sarah. Oh man. Oh, I don't remember this scene that well. I think she had to because then she kissed her brother, and we're like later, like could have done without that. That just shows like George Lucas had no idea what was coming next. He was making up as they went
No, he was
along.
like, I'm just gonna
Uh,
do this.
yeah, I don't know what's happening. Stacy says, Mac, you telling a lie. Let's wait till we hear from the rest of the crew. Raymond, maybe she does kiss Luke first. I honestly can't. Like, it was on the left side. If I'm standing on the left, I'll put the thing over here. Put the thing over here. Who was on the right? Who was
Carry
on her
two.
this side? Tim says, I think that's false. God, I hate being wrong. All right, we're gonna go with. We've got two lies. You're lying. She doesn't kiss Luke. She kisses
Yeah,
Luke
I'm
first.
lying. No, Han kissed her first.
Oh, Han kissed her first. Oh,
Yeah.
we're not thinking about when she puts the things on them. I was in the
Yeah.
wrong scene.
Yeah. See?
I was in the
These
wrong
movies are
scene.
confusing. All right, get ready for another one that has words I don't know what they are. Watto is the Toydarian's name who owned Anakin Skywalker.
Finally, and this is actually what I thought that you were saying when you were saying wasabi for where the Wookiees live. I thought that's who you were talking about. Watu. I heard the W. I was like, oh, she's gonna talk about Watu.
Yeah.
All right, get it up first. I definitely know this one. But I will wait for you to catch up. This one is Mac. You are finally, after lies, 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 telling the truth. This is true. He was the one that like owned Anakin because
Yeah.
slavery is prominent throughout the galaxy.
Is a
Well,
thing
slavery.
in Star Wars. Very confusing.
A lot
Okay.
of
All
slavery
right.
there.
Here goes. See, this one has words I can actually pronounce. A clan of Wookiees stole the Death Star.
A clan of Wookiees stole the Death Star. Some fan fiction? Oh my god. They're like it's a car. They like ran the Death Star's
That's
so
what
huge.
when I read it just now. I was like, what, they jump in the front seat and drive off?
I mean, I would love to see the scene. I wish that that was the theme.
I
They're
would
like,
too.
oh, there's that I want them to do like a Star Wars movie that they're doing all these different oh, this story
Yeah,
happened
these
over here,
origin
like Rogue
stories ones. I
One.
want somebody to do an origin of like how Chewbacca ended up with Han Solo. That's the origin movie I
Oh
want.
yeah,
Is
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
like what was his life before he ended up traversing the galaxy with this man?
He was stealing the baby Death Star. They're like, oh, come on, let's get in
That's
here,
what
and
I'm
then they
saying.
just drove off.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see him driving off in the baby Death Star.
Oh my god. Oh, Tim just named the movie Dude, Where's My Death Star? There it is.
Okay,
Dude, Where's
I
My
love
Death
that. I do
Star?
it. Tim, y'all are giving me all kinds of ideas for niche T-shirts that nobody else will understand.
Raymond chimed in and said, "Oh, back to your thing about how Han met Chewbacca." He said they have it's called Solo. I don't remember Chewbacca being in
They
Solo.
talked about they talked about how, but I'm saying I don't even want to know how they met. I want to know Chewbacca's entire life up
Oh, like
until Han killed. Like
him.
I want to, yeah, like I
Just
want to know
him.
him. Like I want to give him a
Yeah.
standalone movie where it's like the story of Chewbacca up until all of a sudden he and this man, and then it's kind of like, huh, because he has to have had some life choices that led him to in that moment. This feels like a
Yes.
smart.
Maybe he was stealing a Death Star, but I'm gonna say that that is
Yeah,
a beautiful lie. But Sarah, I'm gonna need you to follow up and write a fan fiction script of what that movie is. That's a
yeah,
lie. That is a
and it's
lie.
gonna be called. That is a lie. It was the
Okay.
Bothans, the the Botans, the Bothans. I don't know, guys.
Oh,
These are made up words. These are
like the
made up
Bo-Katans, the Bo-Katos,
the Boko Harambe. No, I don't know.
Bo-Katan. There is a
The Bothans,
Mandalorian.
Bothans.
Oh, the Boltons. Oh, someone did steal the Death Star. Okay, cool. I didn't read that
I
one. I didn't
know.
read that comic. All right, I think I have time for one or two more. One or two more.
Okay. This is a good one. Yoda was 2,000 years old when he died.
I think that he was maybe either for some reason the number 8 comes to mind that he was maybe either 8,000 or 800. Because if you think about this, let's get nerdy here. Baby
Okay,
Yoda,
okay.
Grogu is 50, right? And we're like, oh, he's a little baby.
Mhm.
Like these things live forever. I think Yoda was like only 800. I don't think he was 2,000. I think he was like 800. Um, oh, look, Pomeranian gave us a link here for generating
You're a gem.
our own oh man, I can't can I how do I I'm trying to click it. All right. I'm gonna sorry, I'm distracted. I'm like, I need to find out what my
Yeah.
name is. Here we go. Boom, shakalaka. All right. There is a thank you to Pomeranian and Mackenzie. Oh, I can't. All right, I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna reveal
Okay.
your
Do it.
name, your Star
Do it.
Wars name,
Do it.
Mackenzie.
I'm so excited.
It is coming in just a moment. I have to awkwardly type on the second keyboard. All right, Mackenzie Green, your Star Wars name is ooh Vakeem Jansen. Yours is
I mean, sounds
Vakeem
very
Jansen.
fancy.
Look at
Sounds like
this.
I
I'm even gonna
own a business.
here it you do. That's yours,
Ooh.
Vakeem Jansen.
Ooh.
It's almost like
Ooh.
Jackson, so you still definitely
It
black
really
out there in the
is.
Star Wars.
I was just thinking. I was like, for some reason, Vakeem sounds like Hakeem, and Jansen sounds like. And so then I was like, is Does this thing look?
You are
Does it know
this
I'm
Star
black?
Wars generator
I'm still
knows
black.
you are black. You are still very much
I'm
black
still black
in
in
the
a
Star Wars
galaxy
universe.
far, far away.
Um, Get on uppers. I'm curious if you're able to access that link there that
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Pomeranian put in there. What is your Star Wars name if you're able to? Pomeranian, what is yours? Mine is Han Lars. I am Han
So you get a
Lars.
racially ambiguous one, and I get Vakeem Jansen. I'm being hate crimed. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't like it. I don't approve.
That's so true. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah.
They know you're black. Vakeem Jansen. You
Yeah, they're
late.
like, Vakeem Jansen. You like that, right? And I was like, oh, and my friend's Lando.
Oh my god. Let's see. Tim has a good one. Tim's is Nandonis Rev.
Why are all of you getting much better
Nadonis.
names?
No, Nadonis. Nadonis Rev. That's dope. Oh my god. And then also to the trivia question, Tim says you lying. So
Oh yeah, I'm Tim's
it's too
right. He's
old.
900
It's
years
too
old.
old.
He's 900. He was not 2000.
Oh,
He was 900 years
I
old.
was close.
You
I
were
said
very close.
800. I
You
was
were very
oddly
close.
close. Yeah. And then oh look, we have a few Nadonises. Pomeranians is Nadonis Logith. It's a popular name.
Oh.
Nadonis and
Meanwhile,
Han are like
Vakeem is really unique. Vakeem is really, really unique.
oh my gosh. I feel like so Nadonis and Han are, it's sort of like the John
Yeah.
and
It's
Bob
like
of the Star
yeah,
Wars
it's like the
universe.
John and Bob of the Star Wars universe.
That's it.
Meanwhile, I got
Yeah.
like the Letitia of the Star Wars universe.
Look, we want you to be different, Vakeem.
Yeah. They were like, you seem like you like this. Vakeem Jansen. Like,
All right, our
okay.
last section. We have our last few minutes of the show. We like to close with "What are you watching?" But we also know that Mackenzie is an avid reader, so you can also, if you're just like, well, I'm actually just reading a bunch of stuff. So, what are? Oh, look. Speaking of Bob just joined the stream. We were just talking about it,
Hey,
Bob.
Bob.
And Bob, you. All right, so we're gonna close with and welcome to Trisha as well. Last moment of Get On Up. We're gonna do what are you watching? So Get On Uppers, what are you watching? What are your recommendations out there? Shout it out into the chat. You just say, I'm watching Bob's Burgers. That just came to mind because I'm not watching Bob's Burgers. And no offense
It's
if
my
you
favorite
are.
show.
Yeah.
I watched it
I've
to fall
listened to
asleep. So there we go.
Let's see. All right. And then Stacey has a recommendation. Mackenzie and Jam. I like Star Wars, but I do like Star Trek. So we will have to do one day, maybe for Star Trek Day. I don't know what day that is, but we'll do a Star Trek one. Raymond says, I'm watching a new Halloween game show on Netflix. I can't say what it is because I don't know, actually. Please say what it is.
You said that like we knew. What's the Halloween game show?
There's a Halloween, the one with Vanessa Hudgens? Is it starring
I know,
Vanessa
so
Hudgens?
I'm like, is this code for a Vanessa Hudgens Christmas movie? I don't know.
I want to know the name
Not
of it. You met with Howie Mandel. Oh yeah, sorry. It's
yeah.
Alexa.
Okay. Yeah.
Alexa just she be wilding. I like that she was like, like,
she was like, and I was like, Alexa.
Oh my god. Let's see. And then yes, the Halloween game show with Howie Mandel. Let's see. Sarah is doing Anatomy of a Scandal. Ooh, I love a scandal. So that has my interest peaked.
That sounds exciting.
And then Stacey's watching Killer Outbreaks right now. Stacey, you love that show. You love it. Stacey, have you seen all the episodes? You must have seen them all by now. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know. I need more of a scandalous thing. Mackenzie, what are you watching?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So, obviously, I'm watching Moon Knight because I'm a Marvel nerd, and I'm convinced that this is going to somehow tie into Doctor Strange because I'm a Marvel conspiracy theorist. So I think everything matters, and I've got my string posted on the wall with all my, conspiracy theory moments. And then, like James said, I'm a massive reader. So right now I'm prepping for a podcast that I'm recording on health and wellness. So I'm reading Fearing the Black Body by Sabrina Strings. I'm also reading this book that I've been meaning to read for years called Opening Bell. It's kind of like a Me Too-y, like Wolf of
Mm.
Wall Street kind of vibe. And then I loved The Good Place, finally finishing Mike Shear's How to Be Perfect, because I am a huge fan of
Uh,
stoicism and with that
yeah.
moral philosophy, because those are normal things that people say. I am a fan of stoicism and moral philosophy, so I study them in my free time.
I mean, she's a bassoonist. Like, I mean, what does it? Again, the wild ride of Mackenzie
I
Green.
mean,
That just buckle up.
guys, that could be a whole game on this show in itself. That could be a whole segment of Macu Line, is me just saying facts about my life and people figuring out if it's a lie.
Well, tune in. Maybe we'll be there on Friday. Tim chimed in and said, I'm catching up on Severance on Apple TV. Tim,
Such a
same.
good
I'm on
show.
the final episode. And I was watching the show as I was like hating my real job and watching it. And it took me to a dark place. But I'm now in a good
It
place because I
does.
realized, oh, I don't want this.
Yeah.
Not this job I love, but my day job.
Yeah.
We're about to change things up a moment. And then Tim, you're also
Ooh,
have started
exciting.
Outer Ridge on Prime. I haven't. Oh, I have not done that one yet. And then Pomeranian is doing rewatching Schitt's Creek for the upteenth
I
time.
love that show
Smiley
so
face.
much. I love that show.
I've only gotten
I
as
have
far
a
as to the
really
sixth
good show.
episode. I'll get there.
If you guys need like a mental break, like you're just like, oh, the world's really tough. I need to just shut off my brain. Is it Cake on Netflix? So Mikey Day is
Oh
maybe
yeah,
one of the worst hosts on television, like, and I
for
think that's
sure.
part of the charm. It's a chaotic show. Mikey Day
Yeah.
is awful. The concept is absolutely insane and makes no sense, and it's just amazing. It's amazing that I sat through like 10 hours of screaming at my television, "It's cake! It's cake! It's cake!" Like, I lost my mind. I've never had more fun watching a dumb TV show in my life. Like, I was at the screen, like, pointing, because I kept watching it while I was working. I would leave the room, come back, and not have seen the baking portion. So I was in
Yeah.
it with the celebs, and it was spectacular.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'll have to definitely check that out. And I do want to
Yeah.
comment, Raymond, I'm not talking about any of my hosting jobs. Those are great. Unfortunately, they don't pay all of the bills. So I have multiple
Yeah.
jobs. I have a full 9 to 5, sometimes like 9 to midnight job at a
Yeah.
different company. And I'm going to make some moves and some changes. And I think that's my Wednesday wisdom
Ooh.
is that we have freedom. Like if you have something in your life that's not bringing you joy, maybe you're like, should I move? And if the town that you're in is not bringing you joy, move. If the job that you're
Yeah.
doing it doesn't bring you joy, you always have like a 70-30 split. There will always be at least like 20% of the time you're like, I don't like this job. Even if it's your dream job, that'll be a
Yeah.
pain in the butt. But the split should be higher, like 70, at least 70% or higher enjoyment. And if it's anything less, make some moves. And I'm gonna make some
Yeah.
moves because I just talked to Elizabeth Olsen and Benedict Cumberbatch. Like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
What am I doing? Let's see. And then I'm also watching Moon Knight. I'm gonna finish Severance because Tim just reminded me I am 40 minutes away from finishing. I don't know how they're gonna wrap this up. Is this a limited series? I
Yeah.
don't know how it's going to get
I
wrapped up
believe it
in the
is.
next like 40 minutes. So all right. Well, everybody. Ooh, and then Pomeranian was is also talking about the cake show too. And they're like, I have to watch it now. All right. We are out of time. I do want to thank,
Yeah.
can we give snaps all around for Mackenzie Green, our first guest co-host who stepped into this wild ride. We didn't even have the chat for her. We threw her into all these different things. She gave us a great rundown of the Met Gala. It was just so fabulous. Amazing, amazing, amazing job. She's going to be back with us on Friday. So more fun. Tomorrow we have another special guest co-host, Abi Roque, who is it was on the Owl House. So, we have some Owl House fans, played Rain Whisperers on the Owl House. Tim just said, bravo, Mackenzie, bravo. So you're getting applauses and snaps all around. We will be back, y'all. We got to get out of here. Thank you all so much for watching Get On Up. I'm James Arthur M. That's Mackenzie
And I'm
Green.
Mackenzie
You all,
Green.
yeah. And you just got on up. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Well, I'm
We're
not
supposed
doing
to
that. Get out
rehearse
of
that
here.
part. Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow.